Eat the donuts.
No.
Eat thy donuts.
Oh, chaos. All the chaos. All right, hello.
He's so cute.
All right, welcome. Let me remember what the hell happened off the top of my head and spew it at you guys to remind you.
We're
So,
gonna like to punch a tree.
No.
We're playing Minecraft now.
hold on.
You know what? I actually did punch a door and almost broke my hand. I was just really angry, and it was a bad mistake.
I think we've all been there.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm just eating a sandwich, trying to scarf down breakfast.
Fuck you, sandwich.
It's 8 a.m. Give me a break.
Why are you eating
No.
a sandwich at 8 a.m.? I don't understand.
Yeah, why are we so this
Gee,
later?
if only there was a time last week that we had scheduled the D&D session.
Hey, it's not my fault that you don't give a shit about.
I know. I'm screwing with you. Okay, so
Stop being so mean to each other.
It's 8 a.m. I was up 3 hours ago. I can't, Elsie.
okay, so here's what's up. Way back, starting at the start of the campaign, because we've only had 2 sessions so far. In Anya, you split off from the rest of the cultist following group that you had associated with for a short while. After seeing a plaque on a noble estate with the name of your father, Ruvion Ravakalan. As you scoped out this house, you entered it and found a dwarf. Right, the camera's flipped, so there, RJ.
Yes.
Found a dwarf named Tordrum that is currently being played by
Oi.
RJ.
Oi! I told you a movie eye.
As you went down the Kyle Thar, you it's gonna be one of those days. As you went down the Kanthar, you stopped along the way, past some stuff. You'd written a letter to your companions, which you left on the boat with Stanley.
Subsequently, my other character now has.
This is true. Barnack is religiously holding on to that note, by the way, but that's out of character. and
Oh,
everything.
that's really cute.
I am.
It's something you stole it and I had to give it back.
I was like,
That's true.
give that back to me, right?
Which reminds me, go check out the other campaign if you haven't already. Yes, plugging. Okay.
I mean, you have to check on YouTube because the stream yesterday.
Because the stream died.
Yeah. Okay, but it was great. It was great. I still
Yeah.
haven't put up the session from yesterday, but it's going up as soon as physically possible. We have 3 sessions this weekend. I've had a lot to plan for.
That's fair.
Oh, Elsie.
Pagu, it's gonna be fun. Just at least you don't have to wait a week whenever I leave you on a cliffhanger.
That is fair. We just gotta wait like another 24 hours.
Yeah, just a short while. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So,
When are we not distracted?
as you go down the Kanthar, you run into Sarazen, a knight who is apparently against religion, and you've spent about a day with him at this point. You are still trying to piece together who this guy is, and Sarazen, right as you were about to ask Ananya who she was and figure out a bit about this person, you have been attacked by some goblins. You had a brief fight with them, killed all of them, and Sarazen, the last guy, you shot through the arm right about here. And he is now running off, bleeding into the forest. Yeah. So that is what happened in our last session. You guys, at this very moment, are panting, breathing. You've just got out of a big fight, and you kind of mopped the floor with them, to be honest. But it has taken a little bit out of you. So, yeah. Anyway, that's where you guys are at this time. You have a whole bunch of bodies laying around. You have your riverboat captain with an arrow through her neck, grabbing it. She is still alive somehow, but she is quite wounded and looks like she's in dire need of aid. I believe that's everything. Before you are a whole bunch of goblin bodies, and you are on the edge of a forest, with the river passing by you. And like the absolute genius I am, I prepared the river sounds in advance, and I don't have to go looking for them through my
Right now.
music list.
I'm proud of you for this one.
Go
He was being
Rivers.
sarcastic.
Oh. I can't tell sarcasm at 8 in the morning.
It's okay.
Also,
I was masking
randomly-
it quite well.
I randomly mute myself. It's because the dog decided to randomly make noises in the background that sound very suspicious. He makes very loud moans, and you're like, I'm concerned.
Oh, so you could have used those last night.
I could've.
Did you say someone used those last night?
They said we could have.
We could have used those last night.
Also,
Wow.
I'm happy.
Oh wow! Did the bard actually do what he was supposed to do?
No.
Oh,
I'm-
damn!
But
Just-
you can find out what happened if you go check out the video.
That
When it
isn't.
ever goes
Plug,
out.
plug,
That
plug.
isn't posted.
That
When
isn't
it's
posted, but you will find
Alright,
it tomorrow.
then
I'ma
keep your
just-
secrets.
I'm going to
just.
post it after the session.
I'm gonna just
I'm
quickly
letting you edit
say,
it.
I'm happy. I got to buy a piece now. I didn't get to yesterday.
I know. I was like, RJ didn't buy a piece yesterday. I
Well,
was
'cause
so
here's-
surprised no one did it.
Here's the thing, though. The stream went down right when I got my 1,000 piece. Like I clicked on it and then I looked away. I was like, I'll do it in like 5 minutes, because I know this is like building up to a point, and
Mhm.
after that I'll do it, and then just I go back, Jeffy, and then I look and I'm like,
Well,
Alright.
you called it out. Otherwise, I would never have known. But I don't know what happened. I still don't know, and I hope it doesn't happen again. But who knows?
I always have the stream up, so I'll always be checking.
All right, so hopefully you guys can hear those river sounds that are just kind of playing as ambience in the background. I could actually put on forest sounds instead if you want, but I'll just change that over if you do anything else. As of now,
Do you
you
hear
are.
that?
I can hear it. Yeah, 'cause I think you have to turn up Groovy's volume if you want to hear it. It was very quiet.
I actually can't hear.
I had to turn up
My
Groovy's volume quite a bit.
dog is like really. My dog's moaning so loud upstairs now.
Oh,
That's what's
sounds
happening. Yeah.
sounds private.
Okay.
Yeah,
As long as
no.
y'all can't hear that, because that's
No, yeah.
distracting as hell.
No,
I'll,
no,
just
no,
be
no.
fine. I'll be fine.
You sure?
Can't hear it.
So, my
Okay.
mystical notebook, I'm ready to take notes and avenge everyone's death. Oh,
Okay.
wait. You forgot in the recap
Mhm.
something that I needed to remember?
Arrows.
No.
You can collect half your arrows back if you take the time to do it.
Sure.
Oh,
How
you
about-
identified a whole bunch of magical items on your trip that you
Yes, we
received,
did that.
including the Halberd of Heroism, which was identified by Tordrum. I know what you were looking for. Identified by Tordrum. But I don't know if he ever told you. I assume that conversation happened at some point within the day and a half you've been traveling.
We did. We had open communication with each other about a lot of that stuff. I think
Okay.
Yeah,
because
did.
we didn't know what the items were, so he was like, "Hey, you want to figure that out?"
No, you came
Um,
up to me asking about it, and then
There we go.
Halberd of
Equipment.
Heroism, +3 hand axe.
Oh, I have the +3 hand axe. This is good.
You have well, it's because each of you are holding different things.
Yeah, I was checking my arrows just to see how many I had real quick. It says I have 17 right now, so I did keep pretty good track. I'm gonna go ahead and minus
you-
2 more because I know for sure that would be around half of the amount that
We're
I
just-
had used.
We're
So
gonna assume 4. So.
Ananya's first action or whatever the hell would be to go get her arrows.
Okay.
Mm.
So you spend some time walking around this encampment. The captain has dropped the anchor now, and she's really asking, "None of you are healers, right? Anyone?"
So he's just gonna shake his head and say, "No, but I can try to help fix the boat."
You fixed
I
the arrow in my neck?
Can you remove the arrow without causing pain?
I
No.
have
Then probably not.
cure wounds. Would that be helpful?
Probably.
That would be very helpful.
Alrighty then. Nanya will now go to the lady and Gertrude. Is that her name?
Gertrude. Her name is Gertrude. Yes.
Bet. She's gonna go to Gertrude and she's gonna cast Cure Wounds.
As you're getting ready, she and pulls the arrow out. And you see blood just gush
Ooh.
forth, which you immediately clasp over her neck and cast Cure Wounds. Healer. For how many points?
This is good questions. I've never used
Roughly-
Cure Wounds in campaigns, so this is interesting.
It'll do
So,
one
it
d8.
says-
D8 plus your spellcasting modifier, so D8 plus your wisdom.
Alright, so a D8 plus 2 then. I like that it has a cute little heart next to it on D&D Beyond. It's like, I'm gonna give you love and life. I'm going to help your heart rate. Okay. A D8 is freaking
The diamond.
okay. I got it. I don't have a solid surface down here. This is like a sea of couches, but
Are you using D&D Beyond?
no, I'm using my own die. Bought
No,
me
no, no.
die, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
someone uses
do.
the dice at bottom.
I mean,
Okay, I
I've
got
used them. The only time I didn't use them was last night. That was the first time. I
So
think.
2 plus 2, it's a
Fucking
4.
Okay, so 4 total. All right, cool.
Quick
so
math.
she is wounded. Oh shit! Wow, she was at 2 hit points. So you've brought her up. She's now at 6. Okay. She. Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Saracen wasn't
Had a
even
good
hurt.
fight up there.
Bastards want to take me out.
Yeah, they must have wanted your riverboat,
Something like that.
or at least the
Speaking of which,
cargo.
give me my shit back, please. They just took silks. Did they take berries? I think they took berries and silks. Fine, I'll get it myself.
Tordrum's gonna get up and be like, I help.
All right. So you do look around. There are a whole bunch of
Oh,
goblin.
can I have
bodies in
Stanley
there.
sniff out the baddies? I don't know if they dropped any baddies.
Berries?
Berries.
Yeah, sorry.
Baddies?
this
What do you mean
video, so I
baddies?
was
You mean the
coding.
goblins? They're dead. Yeah.
Quick
Sure.
skim.
Have Stanley make a. He's trying to figure out what they are.
No, he's trying to find them. He's gonna try to recover any lost, dropped berries.
Perception.
Saracen's gonna look at the bag that he picked up out of the water.
You do. And as
Ooh.
you start messing with it, you open it up and you see inside is kind of empty. There's nothing in it. It weighs 15 pounds, but there's nothing in it.
That's a dirty 20.
Stanley immediately goes over to the goblins that like took the berries and just stands over there and looks at you and lets out a low and kind of beckons you over.
I'll bet. Keep explaining the pack. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, so the pack you look inside and it's just a sort of blackness and you're not quite sure what's going on there. What it is?
Can you make an investigation check? See what it is. If he knows what it is.
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Same modifier.
Bro, it's a Mary Poppins bag.
That is 17.
Surprise, bitch. Don't put your hand.
17. You kind of mess around with it. You stick your hand in the bag, and you notice as you do, your hand disappears.
I called it.
Yeah.
And it's the second where you just,
Neat.
you have heard tales in your time of a bag of holding.
Yeah,
You get the
about
feeling
that.
this is one.
Hell? He got a bag of holding.
It would have floated down the river.
Yeah, no, he grabbed it.
And grabbed it.
Big
Well,
brain.
question out of character. Could people possibly hide in a bag of holding?
If you can fit within the mouth of the bag, you could go inside, and it would be it would
Not fun.
let me find the specifics of it. There's a certain amount of time that you can spend in a bag of holding, and holding your breath before you start to suffocate from lack of air. So you could technically go inside if you were like to reduce your size or something.
I
like
asked the
that.
same question. I asked, can you use a bag of holding as an offensive weapon?
I mean,
That's a
technically,
way more exciting question than mine.
I mean, technically, isn't it? If you turn it inside out, it shoots everything that's in it.
Yeah.
That is in fact the case.
So you could just fill it up with like a pile of shit and just launch.
No,
it.
it shoots it out harmlessly.
And then fill it
It-
with water. And then flood a room.
Uh,
That'd be really funny, but really
the
bad.
Ooh. 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. Bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding its volume of 64 cubic feet. Bag weighs 15 pounds regardless of its contents. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Would
So
Ananya know this by any chance?
make an Arcana check.
Ooh!
Breathing creatures
Yeah.
inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures. Minimum of 1 minute.
I
Like I
think I
said,
did
offensive
really
weapon.
bad on that.
And you see, each of these goblins does actually have a bag on them. It is not the ornate bag of holding that that Sarazin has picked up.
I was getting ready for
a
the
10 on her Arcana check.
10. It's kind of weird how far his hand went into that bag, but
Bro.
might be something magical about it. Don't know.
Okay, well,
Hey,
I
Torjum's
know.
also going to make an Arcana check.
I go crunch.
I'm just gonna not say I did that.
Like 2.
Yeah.
Torgrim
do.
stares really hard.
No, ice would be nice.
I rolled a nat 1 with a modifier of +1.
You have no idea.
Torgrim,
Well,
Yo, that's a nice looking bag you got there.
It's a pretty
you don't
deep
even think he
bag.
has a bag, man. It is like, who's that? Again? What is this guy? Was he here? Is he on our side? Like what?
oh no.
I will be right back.
Poor
That's
Drum.
correct.
Okay, Ananya would like to go ahead and retrieve as many berries as possible from where Stanley is standing, and then she will also make an Arcana check. Wait, no, she already did one for the
Yep.
bag. Never mind. Could she go ahead and do loot the guy, whoever's
Yep.
on the ground?
So the guy who you are looting at the moment has a bag full of berries, and there are. This is not the guy with the silks. This is just a berry guy. There were 2 of them, I think. Bag full of berries. He has. If you want, I can just fast forward through this and say like checking everybody, because I mean you've been going around going for
Bet.
arrows, right?
Let's do it.
So among each of the goblins here, you find 15 copper, 13 silver, 18 electrum, which I don't think Ananya would know what that is, 13 gold, and 6 platinum.
Thank you.
How much
So
money should Sarazin have? Because right now he has nothing.
Ananya when she jumped in.
Because
damn.
he was just made in character creation level 4. He doesn't have any money.
You should have gotten some money when you started out for your background, but
Oh,
Bro, I didn't get any money.
yeah, you did. You started with like
No, I
13.
didn't. No, I had no money. I kid you not. Ananya was at a fat 0. If you look at any of the scenes where they're at the hotel, she gets nothing because she has no money. Ananya never ate until she got to her dad's house.
She had to eat, but fair.
Okay,
Um,
maybe rations if someone shared with her, but like she didn't have money before then until
Not
she
like it
sold her
properly.
shit.
Okay. Well, you started out with some extra money, so I don't know what happened to that. But okay. I
No,
guess if you don't have money, you don't have money.
no.
Or that's fine. I'm not gonna reel you on the fact that you had 18 gold and
I did not have 18 gold. I had nothing.
Yeah, because D&D runs to the stairs and there's nothing.
okay. Then
D&D
in that case, you
Beyond
don't
is
have any
not.
money on you at the moment.
Damn.
Tarzan,
Just-
I don't know if you know about
Oh,
turning him back inside out or not, but what is
his frick. Sarzin? That's how you say that?
I've been calling him
His name is
Sarazen, but Sarazen.
Oh, sorry,
Sarazin?
Sarazen. I'll say Sarazen.
Alright.
Thank you for correcting me. You also find among them there are 9 gems. You are not sure what the value of the gems are, but you can take some time to try to figure that out. But there are 9 gems in total, which, for the record, I'm going to say if you have proficiency with the jeweler's kit, that will help you on identifying them. But if you do not, then it'll just be a straight intelligence check. And Anya, other things you notice, and I assume Tordrum, what are you up to at the moment? Are you walking around and looting with Ananya, or what are you guys
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around and loot with Ananya after helping out, grabbing
So-
everything for the captain.
Despite not
just to
really having
clarify-
tools or knowledge, Sarah's gonna be trying to fix the holes in the boat that are now there.
Okay. So
So it doesn't
you're
sink.
pulling out the javelins that were thrown in and just doing some
Yeah.
minor patchwork. It looks like the ship was not ever really sinking. It looks like the javelins that were thrown in were mainly a way for these raiders to get onto the boat and actually tie it down so it wouldn't keep moving.
Can I keep the javelins?
Yes, you can. You can keep. Let me see. There were total 4 javelins. Let's see how many you can pull out. You pull out 3 of the 4,
Nice.
and the last one actually breaks.
I'll see.
Yes.
That's a really bad idea. This is how I ruined the computer mouse pad. Oh well. I put my coffee on my computer because that's the only solid surface down here. I was gonna ask. I can't put it on the floor. It's carpet, and it's white carpet.
Do you
But
have like
literally,
You're like a towel or
some,
something.
like wood or like not something that isn't an electronic or you know?
you know what? I'll put the glass of water on the floor and put my coffee on this lamp thing. Okay, I was gonna ask. You had said a bunch of stuff, but you're talking so fast that I didn't write it down.
Okay. Here's everything that you have,
We
and
used-
all of you can.
Yes.
So, Sarazen, you have a bag of holding, and yeah, that's what you know about that. You guys collectively in your looting of the goblins find 9 gems. You do not know how much those gems are worth unless you sit down and take time to figure out their pricing. And to do that, you could either make a straight intelligence check, or if you are proficient with a jeweler's kit, you can add your proficiency bonus if you take time with the jeweler's kit to identify them. But I don't think anyone here is proficient with the jeweler's kit, so that's fair. If you want to buy one or look into it later down the line, you can. But yeah. Oh, did you mark down your proficiency, the hours you added to your proficiency in riverboat travel?
No, I did not. Where do I put that?
So just there's a little notes section on your in your description page, I believe, or no, it's a notes tab.
Yeah, isn't
on
it
D&D
stuff?
Beyond,
Although I don't
and
really.
you
I guess you can put in other.
And you would just put it in there as the hours, because you spent about half a day, I think half a day learning how to
Okay.
riverboat. So for the riverboat, it's a long time. It's supposed to be 250 days, but I think that would be for like. I feel like that's a bit too difficult. I'm
feel
gonna
like-
say
Yeah.
it'd probably be about 16 days to fully learn a riverboat. So converting that to hours. 24, 384 hours to learn a riverboat. So write that down as the time that you would need to learn how to, riverboat. And then
300 and what?
384 hours total to master a riverboat and become proficient in that. You have currently, in your travel time, worked up, was it half a day's worth? So give you 12 hours. It's a long way to go, but thus is learning proficiency. It is far better than 250 days.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, cool. It's on there.
There you go. So
What else we got?
So that's a fun thing. Okay, other smaller things that you find as you're going beyond the 9 gems. There is a bag containing 47 humanoid teeth, one of which is rotten.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. You come across a rope necklace with 4 mummified elf fingers dangling from it. There is a small piece of crystal that you think it doesn't look like some of the gems, but it's a small piece of crystal, and you're familiar with it. As it is turning to evening, the sun is going down, the moon is rising, and in the moonlight, you notice this gem is giving off just a faint glow in the moonlight.
The crystal piece?
Yep, the little crystal. It's giving off a little faint glow in the moonlight. There is an iron holy symbol to some sort of god that Sarzan finds, but Sarzan, you have no idea what it is. Yep. And you guys wrote down the number of coins among each of them, correct?
Mm-mm.
Okay. 15 copper, 13 silver, 18 electrum, 13 gold, and 6 platinum. The captain takes her silks back to the ship.
Oi! I'm assuming I know about the coins.
Yeah, well, so that's between the 3 of you. This is the stuff that you've gathered.
Okay. Oi!
The boxes.
If you want to split the coins between the three of you, you can. I'm getting paid for this, so. Also, I don't pay rent. So,
Captain looks at you. Well, I'm taking a cut. She
of course.
holds out her hand.
Sorry,
got shot in the neck.
You can share. I don't need any of this as well. I'll take the gems, though.
Oi, mind if I look at those gems?
No, I don't mind. Specifically, you might want to take a piece of this crystal here. Seems to have a glow to it.
So how are we splitting this currency?
So, yo, you won't 50-50, I think, for your trouble, and then for her boat. So, half of everything else he said. Bro, I can't
okay,
quick
so
math.
Tordrum
get-
doesn't want money from this.
I don't
right?
either.
No.
Denania
I
doesn't
don't
want the
either.
money either. Sarzan.
Sarzan kind of does because I don't have any money. Sarzan feels for his wallet and realizes it is not there.
So he could have 7 pieces of copper, and then out of the platinum, he could have 3 pieces of platinum. Silver, I think you said it was 13, right?
The silver was 13, yeah.
So he could have 7 pieces of silver. And then for the electrum, I don't know what the hell that is. I wouldn't know how to do that.
It is a coin.
It's a type of coin.
It's a coin.
It's
It
a
is a
coin.
Okay.
You are not familiar with its origin or how much it's really worth, but it is a coin. Unless no, actually, Anani wouldn't know.
And then you want to know? Don't tell her. It's fine. I'll ask.
Sarazin might.
Sarzan, do you know what this is and how to split this?
Well, does Sarzan know what this is?
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
Okay. Yeah, this is downside. I rolled an 18.
18. Electrum is a currency that is used. It's kind of rarer than most just silver, gold, copper. That stuff's more universal. Gold is of course the
Standard.
the standard for trade. Electrum is worth 5 silver pieces. So 1 electrum is 5 silver pieces. It's a sort of in between of a silver piece and a gold piece.
Is it used anywhere in particular, or is it just
I
rare?
do believe it's quite well known in Baldur's Gate, but I want to double check that before I go and look stupid.
Could he possibly relay this information to Nanya?
Yes.
Bet.
It's between gold and silver. It's rare. It's not super common, but it's used as currency.
Interesting to know.
It's about half a gold piece.
Yeah. Oh, well, Electrum and Platinum originate from fallen empires and lost kingdoms, and sometimes arouse suspicion and skepticism when used in transactions, but Electrum is 5 silver pieces and Platinum's 10 gold pieces. Standard coin weighs a third of an ounce, so 50 coins weighs a pound.
Yo, that's kind of weird.
Your money weighs stuff. Weird.
No, not that it weighs stuff. Think about it. If it raises suspicion, usually, why the hell do they have it?
But they were also
Well,
attacking
okay,
Riververse.
it
They
depends
were
on
being suspicious.
out of character. Depends on out of everything. I wasn't in a character. It depends on the campaign setting mostly. Electrum and Platinum, this are used more commonly. It's just that Electrum is not manufactured very
Much.
like it's not as widely spread.
It's older.
Yeah. Platinum is common in larger transactions. It's rare, but it has more value.
It's like getting a $2 bill. It's weird.
Yes, exactly. That is the best way to describe it. It's
Like I get those at work
Oh.
occasionally, and you get like a $2 bill. Like, is this real? Where do I put this in my register?
We had someone pay dollar coins the other day, and one of the guys really wanted it, so he paid the register $2 and got his $2
Yeah,
coin.
I was thinking about doing that, but then I got a $2 bill. I was like, this is cool.
Bet I have some saved. I have two $2 bills, and then I have this really wonky ass looking 5.
Someone, we have a coin return where you can put in coins and get cash back. Someone put in a coin from 1877 that was worth multiple hundreds of dollars, and just threw it in there. We just found it the other day.
Damn.
Ah, guys, we need to
Pure-
go through my coin
It was
chest.
pure
Anyway,
like silver.
Fuck.
All right. Well,
I gave Austin some, so he should see how much they cost or how much they would be worth.
All right, sorry, that was D20, but an 1877 coin.
Okay.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and they just threw it away.
Well, they probably didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
That's really sad.
I know.
Yo, y'all didn't watch Antique Roadshow? What a poppin' Sunday morning.
Fair. All right, back in character though. Back in character.
see, that's what you guys find amongst yourselves, and divide it how you wish. So I guess
Oh.
Sarzan got half the coins, and the captain got half the coins.
Yes.
Okay.
I had a question on the oh yeah, I handed Tordrum all of the gems, including the crystal piece.
Okay.
Yeah, when we get back in the ship, I'm going to investigate those.
I was
Okay.
gonna investigate the human teeth and the mummified fingers before I completely toss those down the river.
Okay.
That's fair.
Investigation check, I suppose.
I just want to see what those are about. Oh, that's a nat one, my friend.
You have no idea. You just
I'm gonna
found these
throw those.
goblin fingers around a goblin's, or elf fingers around a goblin's neck, and bag of teeth on another guy. Weird shit.
Definitely straight.
She's gonna chuck that down the river to never be seen again.
Says and looks like, well, I'm sure there's somebody in Baldur's Gate who could also identify these gems for us. I might know a person who has a knack for that.
Well, I'll do my best. I'll do my best here, and then we will. If I can't do good, then we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should we get going then? I have a feeling that they could possibly come back with more. If any survived. Did any survive?
We
They all
should.
die?
There's
No.
the last guy, Sarazen shot through the arm, and he bled
Yeah,
profusely.
Oh,
There
yes.
is a blood
He did
trail
survive.
going down through the forest.
Yes.
It's about sending a message.
He probably didn't survive getting over back.
Either way, we should get going. We do have a timeline in which we were trying to stay within.
Yes, of course.
Was not aware, but I'm good to go.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm picking up a package, apparently, that was left for me from my father, which never got to me.
Oi.
We must figure it out what
Uh,
it is, but it's supposed to be here within the next day, right? Tomorrow?
Anywhere within the
Today?
next week.
Within the next week.
All right. Well, I
It's-
suppose.
The start of the time that, like, there's a range of time that is expected to arrive. There's like about a week of
Like an Amazon package.
yeah.
Got it.
Could be tomorrow. Could
Then
be.
why the hell were we rushing to get there in 2 days?
because
Oh.
the timeline starts. Like,
Oh, and you have to be
right-
there when the timeline starts?
You don't have to be there. It's just you can miss it, and if you miss it,
Oh.
then you
Just
know
out in the
what
open.
you're gonna do.
That's bad. Okay.
There's no way no.
No.
Then let's head off, shall we?
We shall.
Okay, you guys all get back on the riverboat. Just leave the goblins there to
Right.
rot in the sun, I guess.
That's what they would have wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. As you get back onto the boat, and Anya, you see there's a little black raven that's up on the back that just kind of eyes you for a second. And as you make eye contact, it just flutters away.
Gosh damn. No, LC.
Um,
And I'm just gonna curse under her.
yeah.
Ugh.
So you guys all get on. Tordrum, you start taking some time to identify the gems. Go and make an
Investigation check.
yes. They're just intelligence, actually. It's straight intelligence because
It's the same modifier.
yeah, because it would be proficiency with the jeweler's kit to identify this. So.
That's 17.
You're pretty confident that each of these gems is worth 10 gold pieces, probably, in trade.
Okay.
Um,
So each gem is 10 gold pieces, you said?
9 of them. Although the small piece of crystal that's glowing in the now moonlight is... I'm not quite sure about that one. It is not like the other gems. This crystal has something a bit different to it.
Can I make an Arcana check on that?
Yes, you can.
So,
Hmm.
I just wanted to quickly write that crystal. It's a
Oh,
3.
see, I am so damn suspicious of you right now. We missed something. We
Oh.
so missed something.
Oh, yeah.
After she
I love
sees
that.
the raven, can she go back?
I guess we haven't started moving yet.
You want to go back? Okay, sure. You go back out off the ship, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
There's something here. There was something here. There's something wrong.
Well, do you need
Gosh,
help?
I don't know what I'm even looking for. There's something here or not here. I can't tell. Can I have Stanley go ahead and try to sniff something out?
Is there anything he's looking for in particular?
Particularly a trace of the raven, maybe? A smell, trying to catch
Sure. Like a trail or just where the
in
raven
the
is?
air, because I mean the raven freaking flies, but I mean there has to be some type of residue left on from the wax that would be around its wings. There's gotta be something they could catch, I think.
Saracen's gonna scan the
Um,
area just for something feels
make
off.
have him make a normal perception check. No advantage.
Oh,
Just
asshole. 18.
18. Stanley does pick up a scent. And he goes back, and you see him sniffing at the spot that the raven was. And he just kind of sniffs around the boat in various places and stops and sniffs a little more in some places and moves on and sniffs some of the barrels a little bit. He kind of moves all around the ship, and he stops at various points on the ship. No rhyme or reason to it. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna step aside it so that she's out of earshot from anybody. And she's going to see if she can say something.
Okay.
And she's gonna ask if, were you here today? Was this a part of your plan?
Well, I'm always here. I never leave. It's annoying. I hear you whine all the time. It's ridiculous.
He's just lonely.
Why would I plan to get...
Something
Between
else
you
is
and
watching.
this voice is in your head. What? Sorry?
Nothing, continue.
Listen. I think the two of us need to talk whenever you get to Baldur's Gate.
We're talking now.
I don't trust you now.
Why
We
not?
talk then.
In person?
Silence.
Fuck you. Oh, damn. I'm so mad. I had more questions, you asshole.
You quietly hear a fuck you back.
I had more questions.
As you say this, the voice peeks back into your head. And I will answer them. But not on the river. In the city.
And I'm just gonna walk back and tell Sarzan, we're being watched. I have this feeling. I can't explain anything. I can't tell you anything. I've yet to know myself, but we're being watched.
Judge would like to scan the area to see if he sees anything off, anything weird.
Make a perception check.
Freaking hell, Elsie. I can tell there's that mischievous smile.
That
Like,
was a
they
nat
could find
20.
my Easter egg.
That was a nat 20 plus
Oh,
1.
I'm just very happy because I flushed out, what I just, yeah. Nat 20, you said?
21, yeah.
21.
Well, it was a nat
Okay.
20, but plus 1 perception.
Oh, yeah, okay, nice. You look around. Nothing. There is nothing here that really indicates you're being watched. You don't even detect a goblin presence or anything. You look and for a second you think, oh, maybe there might be someone in the bushes still, and you check that out and you're pretty positive there might be a screw loose, because you guys just had a nice victory. I don't see there's a problem here.
Screw loose. Gosh damn, I'll see
He's
you.
gonna lean back and be like, looking. I don't think we're being watched physically, maybe, but it. I can't see anything. I looked over, turned around, and I haven't caught anything. I've been standing here watching for the last 10 minutes. I haven't seen anything move.
My apologies. I must just be a little scared of the dead corpses around us. Perhaps we should definitely go.
At this point, the
Very well.
captain is, she's pulled
Yeah,
up the
very well.
anchor on her own and just, it's like the size of her. She sets it down. You go.
Off we go into the wild blue.
Down
round
river. All right. Is there anything you guys want to do on your travel? It is
just
nighttime.
around the riverbed.
Um,
I would like to now investigate a few more things in my bag, if you don't mind.
For sure.
Pretty sure there were some scrolls that I completely decided to forget that I had.
Oh, that's okay. I didn't remind you about them. There was, in fact, so you do have all those maps, and I did send you pictures of the maps that you have in your Ananya channel. So if you want to look over those, feel free to whenever you want.
Right.
Yes, that is what you have. And then there is a small little tube with what Sanev told you was a magical scroll inside.
I'd like to find out what the hell that magical scroll is and what it does.
Very well. I need you to make an Arcana check.
Ooh. Oh, oof. That was a 2 plus 3, so 5. Gosh damn.
You have
I suck at any Arcana check ever. I'm so mad.
On the tour contracts Torium got today, they were both a 2 and a 3.
it's sad.
What
There
did say?
is.
Isn't his proficiency in Arcana? Why? He hates gods.
Arcana is not god related.
Well,
Arcana is magic.
He's not magical in the slightest.
Why did you give him proficiency in Arcana?
Don't know.
Oh, it might be because of his background as a knight or something.
He's a haunted one.
Oh, haunted one. That's why.
What? He's a haunted
Uh,
one? Things I must find out.
Ooh.
Oh, well,
Um,
see.
What? It's not like I have a whole bunch of evil plans and terrible things that are going to happen to you along your journey.
And he just happened to be one of them. Gosh damn, this asshole.
Yep. Fun fact.
I
Sorry,
knew it.
Kill you
I
all in
knew
your
it
sleep
from
at
the
night.
start.
Says in his big bad confirmed.
Oh no.
Yeah, you
Of both campaigns.
what?
Sarah's his cult leader.
Confirm.
Bet. He's the voice in my head.
You
There's
aren't
nothing
sure.
here.
You aren't sure what this scroll is.
Gosh damn it.
And as a matter of fact, well, let me see if let me just double check. Okay.
Seems to have
Well,
hella cut up my
what is
feet.
that?
Ugh.
What?
Nothing. I somehow have cuts all over my feet. It's from the demons in my house.
Do you often
I
kick
knew
the
it.
demons in your house?
No. They just like to bite my ankles and my
Your
feet for
demons
no
have a
reason.
foot fetish.
They do. Gosh damn. I haven't even painted my toes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're not sure.
I'm dumb as mud. Congratulations.
Are you think there might be some like Elvish script in there, maybe? Question mark. But the
Gosh
stuff
damn.
you
Can I
read doesn't
do
really make sense.
a different Arcana check later to see if over time I can understand this? Or is it just like a one for all thing? It's either you get it the first time.
It's mostly just like you can make one check to see if you know it, but like if you want to try to spend more time trying to understand it, then you can attempt to, if you want.
I'll do that later then, because I know that I failed almost every Arcana check this far, and that's how I learned about other things. Was I just spent so much time with them.
Well, you're
Damn.
supposed to make Arcana checks for that, but I didn't make you do it.
No, I thought I did, and I just really sucked at it.
Nope. It was the
Oh.
last one. Only the last item.
Hmm.
Well, that's what you see. Anything else? What are you guys doing on this riverboat ride? You've got all the time in the world to yourselves.
Dorjum is gonna look more into the gem.
Right. Did you make an Arcana check on it?
Yeah, I got a 3.
Yeah, right. It's glowing. Kind of pretty. Actually, really nice. You know, sometimes
Ananya's
it's best
gonna-
to not think too hard into these things. It's just,
Oh,
you know, it's so pretty in the moonlight. It's,
you know, Ananya's gonna come up to Tordrum and be like, "Can I see this, please?" I know
Oi.
it's pretty.
It's shiny.
Oh, I see that. I'd like to see a little more. Not that it's that pretty.
I'm gonna look at it and just
Damn it!
kind of slowly hand it over. Just if I don't want to hand it over, but like I'm going to anyway because like exactly someone got it. Yes.
She got a 12 on her Arcana check.
best you can understand, there is some form of magic that affects this gem. And in the moonlight, it is glowing. It doesn't feel like it's a strong magic, more of just a very faint thing. It's shedding a bit of light in like a 5-foot radius. 12, right?
Yeah, she got 12.
She got 12.
Okay, so
So those are just
Yeah,
the kind we're
that's-
watching for people
that's what you find out.
interacting with the strange gem. You're like, huh, interesting. And he
Guys,
rolled a
give
14.
me a second. I gotta go outside.
Well, okay. You want to take a 5-minute break now?
No, not now.
Okay. Sarzan?
I think she's going outside with stuff.
Gotcha.
Sarah's rolled a 14 for Arcana.
I keep calling you Sarzan. I'm sorry. Sarazan. Sarazan, 14 on Arcana. You determined the same thing she did. It is glowing in the moonlight. It's an interesting gem. Sorry, interesting crystal. It's a crystal. I keep calling it a gem. Just faint glow. It's nice.
Interesting.
You aren't really one for magic, but you think this is magic somehow, in some small way.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Hey, this is a scenery. You got a plant. It's like the forest. It's great.
I'm
You
feeling
can hear birds
really.
chirping, ambiance.
Yeah, I mean, we have the whole outside, some wilted sunflowers, some wonderful trees.
Very nice.
Yeah, my mom just went, Aubrey, I'm going to be shredding now. So she has the shredder going in there. And she's like, you can go in the other room if you want. But they're watching Bigfoot shows in the other room, and they're all yelling and running. Like,
Oh, I can imagine when he said she's
she's
shredding.
asleep in her bedroom, and you can hear
Ah, okay.
everything through our sliding glass door. So then I
Okay.
could go into the backyard, but
Oh, look,
Like-
when he said she was shredding, it was like she's getting like an electric guitar out.
yeah, it's like in the middle of a campaign. Hey, I know you're having your session, but I need to practice my electric guitar. Anyway, now that I'm outside,
Upgrades, people. Upgrade.
I need my own place. That's the next upgrade.
Yep.
Fair.
All right. Well, that's what you find. What do you want to do here?
All right.
You've got this time on the riverboat to yourselves. pace it however you want. I turn over all control to you guys. Have a fun ride.
All right.
Um,
So Sarah's gonna go back up to Ananya to continue his conversation. He's like, "Well, I know we got interrupted last time, but you were saying you're going to Volsgate to get a package." You did. Something happened. You're muted.
that was funny. I literally just thought like I just like rendered you speechless, and you're like, nice. I was like, bet.
What
I only
happened?
brought my D20 with me, guys. Just heads up. So anyway, yes, I am.
It must be a pretty important package to, not have it just sent to you in your home.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, let's see, just vanished. Oh well.
This was intentional. I'm stepping out. You guys are doing your thing.
I would have. So you're going there to find your wife?
Yes. She knows a bit more about the arcane than I do, and hopefully has learned some information about said visions and dreams.
Interesting.
Yes, but why wouldn't you just have the package sent to you instead of you going to the package?
That is my business, not yours.
Totem's gonna walk him and go, Oi! The package isn't going to their house because it's harder to get there, easier, cheaper to go send someone to pick it up. And Oi is I to pick up.
Fair, but I would have
guess.
I would have sent it to a
Market.
closer location, such as where you got on the riverboat.
What's it to you? Why do you have to ask about it?
Just like to know the people I'm traveling with. I mean, you asked about
Yeah.
my random. You asked why I was traveling, so I figured I'd return the favor.
Honorable man.
Well, I hope so.
That's,
Try to be.
so why don't you have children, or do you?
Not yet, or not. Haven't given it too much thought.
Why not?
Yeah, still have time. Lots of time to. I like to adventure and be dangerous, and to know I left someone behind or someone didn't have a family to come home to. Not a good. I know too many people that have lost fathers, families in the line of work that I have, so I wouldn't want to deal with anybody until I'm ready to settle down.
And your line of work particularly is?
Oh well, adventuring, knighting, all that stuff comes along with that. He points at the two giant swords on his back.
Who
And
do you work for now?
well, currently, well, I guess there's no harm in telling. You saw the amulet; it's pretty open. He pulls out he like unsheaths slightly one of his swords, and you see a amulet on it. There's like a crest on it of a hand holding a gauntlet, and it's a small, no, not small, but it's an order of people that fight injustice where they can see it.
Sarah's take inspiration for me, please. I'm sorry. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, it's a small, not small order, but they follow the principles of Torn, but not religious per se. But
Oi, do you mind me asking what it's called?
Yes, it's called the Order of the Gauntlet. As you can see the gauntlet holding the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what this looks like.
Yeah. I personally know what it looks like.
Out of character, you know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, they've been currently dealing with a a decent sized threat and getting related visions. I don't want to,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what we're trying to figure out mainly. They haven't reached out to me yet, but figure I'm getting visions. Probably a good idea to reach out to those I know.
Is your wife also part of it?
That's a no. She knows of them and supports what they do, but she has her own plan for her life,
Okay.
Interesting. You'd think you'd want to do something with your loved one, not have your
Oh,
own
no,
two
we-
separate.
Oh, we travel together all the time, but everything like that, like they're pretty inseparable. But she has her own ideals, but we work really well as a team, so it works out.
Yet you're parted now. So far for inseparable, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Well, it's unfortunate. We don't normally separate for this long. It's just I need to reach out to people to learn what was going on, and she reached out to her people, and now we're meeting back up.
So how many people are you expected to join when you get to Baldur's Gate?
Well, I don't know. Probably none, other than her. I don't know the presence they have there. In character. So,
Yeah, it would just be like
yeah, I think it's just his wife that he's going to meet. As far as he knows, at least.
yeah.
Just trying to understand why I keep getting this dream over and over again. And maybe her people can tell me more about that.
For people of Baldur's Gate?
Um,
Are
partially.
they from?
She's part of a group, kind of, that is based out of there, and they are more in touch with the arcane than I am.
What kind of group is it?
I'm not quite sure how much I'm allowed to talk about them. But yeah, they're a fairly religious organization based out of there.
Interesting. Why wouldn't you be allowed to talk about it if they're for a good cause?
Well, I don't quite know exactly what they do, but like I said, I am not one for gods or arcane. I don't really know much about exactly what they stand for. But she's quite a valued member of the organization, so I'll stand by what they do, I guess.
Oi.
Isn't it dangerous? Yes.
Oh, most definitely. But there's not why we're all here. I mean, what I do is also incredibly dangerous all the time. And we were just attacked by goblins on a riverboat, so the world is dangerous, and you can't keep living your life trying to avoid danger.
This is the thrill.
Exactly.
Ananya was about to say something very rude.
What were you about to say?
Out of character. Ananya was about to say, says the housemaid.
Ooh.
But I decided against it.
Oh, that would have been funny though. That would have been hella. Not gonna lie.
Well, just know Ananya thought that. Anyway, in character. Have either of you been to Baldur's Gate before?
I'm sure Sarazan has out of character and character. I don't know, but I'm sure he does. Probably Sarazan has been. I mean, he lives this close to it.
True.
Bertram has never been to Baldur's Gate.
Sarazan's a knight. He's probably been all over the place.
Yeah, I would assume so.
I was just gonna ask if he knew what to expect when we got there.
Sure. It's quite a place. You might have some trouble with Stan. Or not Stan. He doesn't understand his name. With your pet there, they don't like any sort of animal. The roads are narrow and harder to navigate, and yeah, it's an interesting place.
Almighty DM's page loads.
We just talked about this last night. That's why I know all this.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
there's it's a big place. If you're a fan of extremely large cities, you'll probably enjoy it. But it's
Cities, my favorite.
one of the larger, well, maybe one of the largest city states in the area. I don't know. They have their own form of government and rule, but it's a strange place, but not too bad. Just stay at the seedier parts and you'll be all right.
See, I hate when you do that because it means something's going on. You're driving me nuts.
I'm just enjoying the conversation.
Of course you are.
It's nice to just kick back and have you guys it's great. I love it.
Yeah, but you're making me want to like keep making freaking checks to figure out what's going on. Like this is probably all BS flying out this guy's face right now.
No, it's actually, I think for the most part, it's been
Make
true.
an insight check.
Inside check it.
Fine, I'll do an insight check.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't think-
that's a 19 without my modifier.
All right, Sarzan, if you're lying to her about anything, roll deception. If you're trying to persuade her, roll persuasion.
I'm not trying. What if I'm trying to do neither? I'm just telling it how it is.
It'd be persuasion.
Persuasion. All right. I mean, I'm just being pretty honest.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I wish I had freaking ass Chiron's power where he
He
could
rolled
sense
6.
intent.
What was it?
I rolled a 6.
Yeah. Okay. You can just tell. He seems to be a very honest person. He's just kind of telling it as it is, and
Sarah's a good talk for years.
Saracen knows how to speak things without
Sarah's is a
revealing
very honest and open person.
things.
Just not sure. He's normally a very honest, revealing person, but he does have to keep some stuff a little secret.
Well, in my notes it says Sarzan is suspicious.
Stars himself should not be suspicious, probably, but like some stuff.
And his wife is extremely suspicious.
That's more fair.
I think Ananya is just suspicious of everyone. I think that's
And Anya has so many things in her head because she doesn't know what she doesn't know.
Stars
because
is pretty much
she
an
knows
open book.
everything.
I mean, he told you guys he was having visions of a dragon slaying everybody within like 2 minutes of meeting him.
well, that was
yeah,
technically
but-
on the evening of the second night.
Ah, well, within 2 days of knowing him.
Yeah.
Either way, she doesn't like your wife now. Ananya's not having it. I already wrote wife might be a part of the group. So
The group, whatever the group is.
the group. It doesn't matter. Nanya has her own groupings in her head. I'll see purposely doing these things to make Ananya crazy so that she gets crazier. This is a bad idea.
This was my idea.
So much fun. What was
Screw you
The big
and your
Well,
ideas. Because Ananya's
his
already looking.
wife's
Oh, yeah, the wife.
obligation.
Yeah. No, that was Drippy.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Ananya's gonna like flip
And I
her
wrote
shit,
that- I
and then
wrote
everyone's gonna be like, "Bro, you're crazy," and then she's gonna be like,
I wrote that at the beginning of the original session, not even at like the first, like within like the 5 of our first session, like before we even like, and then like the cult fiction campaign. Like I wrote that like session 5 of that campaign, not even this one, and I finally got to use it.
"That's not funny." Because she's
Real
supposed
quick.
to be some higher up. Bet what is wrong with this? And
I
you're
don't
like,
know. I don't.
"You have
I don't
to
know if the
make-
higher up. I said
you
she's a
said she
value.
was."
I said she's
Well,
a value
let's-
member.
Let's just say you can find out online.
Yeah.
If you want.
Well, she's
world's
gonna hunt
yours.
this little bitch down, and she's gonna take her to speak. No,
Speaking the English.
we go to English or Elvish, I guess.
I don't have anything else I need to do. If anyone else wants to do anything.
I really don't have anything else to do.
Jeffy, screw you. I can see that smile. Stop it.
I'll just let chaos. All right.
I love it. I love
Oh,
this so much.
Okay, I love making people think about things that like probably aren't that big of a deal.
Yeah,
I love it too because Aubrey just goes crazy about
Yeah.
everything. Like, what are the threads? Where?
Yeah.
Like
it's true. I really do.
during the
I'm
Star
so
campaign,
into
I completely broke Zombie by having just a Mandalorian show up, and it broke his mind.
Oh, I love that.
Like,
That's
each
great.
time, it was a character that was like somehow tied into his backstory a small bit, and every time it showed up, it would just break him.
It's great.
Okay, but was the Raven LC or is the Raven Jeffy?
The Raven's not me. Alright, I don't have that power.
Power of control, Raven.
Yes, no, Saracen is not.
No,
meant
I
to-
mean like who came up with the idea?
No, that was not me. No,
Okay,
I have nothing to
Ananya's
do.
the-
I have nothing to do with
This
this.
is, I don't know what you're on about. It was just a fucking Raven.
Just the Raven, you
Stop!
know.
It's not a fucking Raven. Why
No,
did
I
this
have no
random
power.
ass Raven show up at her door right before she had this
I
huge
just made.
presence of the mind and almost died? And somehow
I don't have
Tharnak
any
went
other
with
power.
her.
I just made the wife character. I'm just talking about her. Like that's it. I don't have any other power than that. Blame LC for literally everything, not me.
Yeah.
That's fair. I just blame LC for everything that goes.
You know, I'm just wondering how many Discord calls have you guys had just discussing this?
I don't hope that LC randomly calls me at random
One.
times.
That's yeah. Jeffy, are you gonna make it this weekend?
I got a
We
random
need to
call
figure
at
shit
like
out.
I got a call at like 11 a couple of days ago. It's just like, hey, what's up? I was like, I need to go to work. Leave me alone.
You know,
No. I've been up all night. I have this crazy idea.
Yeah.
No, please, hear me out.
Please, I need to hear Sars isn't gonna make it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ananya made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made it.
We all made it. All right.
Yes, you did.
Fuck you.
Hype. Let's go. All right, there's nothing else that Ananya needs to do. And if she does have something she needs to do, I'll get a call later this week about it that I forgot. No, really. Yeah, LC had to tell me, like, bro, you are aware you had some shit you didn't figure out. And I was like,
It's all right.
I
Seriously,
appreciate
though.
those calls, though. I do.
Seriously,
And,
we go
hey,
back
the
to
thing
the
is, I
same
forget
fun
things
part.
too. You never quite really know for sure. and stuff.
You can use that.
Yeah.
So he's gonna take back his position at the front of the boat, looking over the water,
Right.
being majestic.
Sars stands in front of the
Still
boat
my
in the
Gojek.
moonlight. The moonlight
the
caressing
final
his
bar.
skin. The night
Dressing.
pushing in
Very.
as the
Uh,
boat parts the water, heading down.
Ananya would like to
Carnival.
attempt her ways of attempting bardic-like tendencies. She's going to try to sing an elvish song. But she wants to sing the Lord of the Rings.
So Sarazin stands in the front, and Anya just hums, and Stanley just kind of flop down on the deck, kind of nodding off.
Ananya would actually like to have Stanley as a pillow.
It's on the top deck.
You guys are just kind of there. Captain looks
Can I
down at
take
you.
like a 4-hour meditation so I could get my health up?
Sure, yeah, you can.
Torgrim?
The captain looks down at you. I would recommend that you step inside. Baldur's Gate is known for its rain.
Probably right.
There are hammocks inside. If you want that, you can. You're welcome to be out here. Just you might get rained on.
Sure, there's one step inside then. He's just gonna relax, I guess, and
Torgrim's gonna lean against something outside and just. What's a little bit of water?
you say that, but once your armor is drenched in water, you know.
Which, by the way, Torgrim, this whole time your suit has been drenched. You have been drenched head to toe because you dove into the water.
There's
You are
still dry.
soaked.
Torgrim, like before, he's going to try and like take off the most he can without being butt ass naked and just try and just dry it all out.
Torgrim goes from a 3-piece to a 1-piece.
Oh,
Torgrim actually under his entire suit wears a singlet,
Mama woman.
like a
Wears a
wrestling
speedo?
singlet. No, he wears a wrestling singlet. Like,
No, no, no,
yes, he
no,
does. Yes, he does.
no. No one
That-
likes that.
That's
I'm glad I went inside.
it is appropriate.
It is.
It is appropriate to his character. I hate it.
There's just gonna like sit in a hammock and play with a little ring on his finger. Not the walking water one, but he has a separate ring.
Oh wait, I have a question. Would
Hmm.
the 3-piece suit be considered my fine, like my clothes? Because I have
Yeah.
ventured here, I have clothes that are fine. Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say like if that didn't count.
Trade out of it.
What?
Just trade out of it, and there's more clothes. Clearly,
Well, I know. I would think I'd have like monk robes in my
we
bag.
can. I mean, if you want to
I
attack
have a
them,
robe.
you could.
You need a robe.
And say if I have monk robes, then I'd rather put those on.
And the captain does offer you some, dry clothes for 5 gold pieces.
They're trying to save their ship.
Oh, I just took out some guys for your ship.
Yeah, and you saved your own life. I need to turn a profit.
3 gold.
3 gold, and I take them back.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna give them back to you anyway.
Okay.
I do not need them. I just right now I do. I'd rather not be in underwear.
Throw some robes at you.
Nanya is so stingy with
It
money.
should
She
be-
should not
it should
spend
be a similar
3
size.
ass gold on something. You should give back.
So much fucking extortion, and Tordrum would know that.
Oh, I would, but the thing is Tordrum's gonna give him back anyway, and also Tordrum really doesn't care because in Tordrum's eyes, he went from having to fight for all the money he got to not having to spend it on really anything anymore. So Tordrum has a sense of like accomplishment that he can use gold on the dumbest shit.
That's not funny.
No, it's not. Tordrum has a serious side. I take
Tordrum's a-
inspiration.
Really?
Yeah, just there were some things that you said just playing Tordrum, and I just want to award you for that. And also Nanya, you as well. You've been very take inspiration too. Everyone gets inspiration. I'm freaking Oprah.
Yeah, Tordrum still has his original inspiration you gave him.
What?
Well,
Well-
just remember, inspiration doesn't stack. You can only have one, so you got to spend it.
Oh, so I don't have
This is
inspiration.
so cool. I've never had inspiration before. I don't
Really?
even.
You
to be
haven't.
honest,
No way. You should have had it.
No, I've never
Totally
had
have.
inspiration before. You've never given it to me.
Really? Okay. I think the only reasoning I can think behind that is because no one has brought up that they were using inspiration, so it has not been on my mind. But
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
House Merchants used it last session.
Yeah,
it's true.
he used it in previous spot. Dude, last session.
Inspiration is free advantage on whatever roll you want. You can just re-roll a die.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can use that one.
You have to choose to use inspiration before you roll the first time.
No. After you roll, you can just say, "I don't like that. I'm going to use inspiration and roll again."
Yep.
So that's how DM inspiration works. So good job for being good, and
job
doing your
for
character as
being-
well.
And
Yeah,
if you
very
choose,
proud.
you can hold on to it to the very end of the campaign, even though you got the first session.
Pat Theo.
It's true. You spend it when you want to spend it.
Theo has not used it once and he's gotten it like 6 times.
Yeah. Thought Axel has his original. I
Well, it's been
forget
7
about
months.
times. That's fair.
Yeah, honestly, I just stopped giving out inspiration for a while because no one used it, so I completely forgot it was even a game mechanic.
Yeah.
Inspiration. So you guys did good. I'm proud. All right. So Ananya and Stanley are sleeping on the deck? Question mark.
Well, she's doing her elf meditation thing, and Stanley's kind of like keeping guard and just watching.
It's kind of vibing.
So
Turns
watching
on
but
the
nodding
flashlight.
off every so often. Stanley himself is tired. So Sarah Zen.
Sarah's
Like
went
inside.
inside and is just relaxing on a hammock,
Kicking back,
fiddling with a
Porter?
ring on his finger.
putting on your decent robes now, right?
Doing-
Torgrim?
Yes, I have put on the robes given to me, and Torgrim's kind of just gonna chill for a little bit, and in maybe like 10-15 minutes he's gonna go lay in a hammock.
Okay. You're just kind of watching it as peaceful as you hear the river water run past. And, yeah, is there, you're just kind of just chilling? Everyone's just chilling?
Just chilling.
Very nice. So,
Very nice, very nice. Torgrim's gonna get up and go, "Oi! If you need anything, I'm gonna go take a nap."
All right. Sounds good.
I'm gonna look directly at Ananya. If you need anything, I am at your service. And then just walk away.
as you walk to the door to get down to the intersection where there is a
Oh, wait, quick
doorway
note.
is
Torgrim did do a little bow when he said that to Ananya. I don't know if anyone got that.
very fancy.
Well, yeah.
As you walk to the door over to get to the hammocks, there's a black raven that just flies away.
Nevermore.
Can I make an investigation check on the raven?
Just fucking with you. Sure.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, that's a raven. Why not? Sure, make an investigation. Why not?
Investigation?
To be honest, I was just doing that to fuck with you, but why not? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration on this.
Okay. What a wonderful time.
That is a 12.
It is a raven, and it flies away.
It doesn't have anything on it.
Nope, just
Okay.
a freaking raven.
Okay.
Your best guess is you
bad.
have a traveling companion.
Is it still on the boat? Or is it just like
It fluttered towards the back of the boat, and it seems to have like kind of perched itself there, and it's just kind of trying to sit down.
I'm gonna put do I have anything a raven would eat on me? I know I have.
Berries.
Do I wait, does my ration have berries? I do. I have dried fruit actually. I'm just gonna take out a piece of dried fruit and try and put it as close as I can to the raven without it flying away. And then just nod and then go to sleep.
I'm not having it.
You see the raven kind of eye it and pop over and just
I'm gonna make this raven
kind
my
of stands there.
I'm now gonna move inside because I'm sweating so badly. It's hot as balls outside, and it's only 9
Oh, I
something.
thought you meant Anani was going inside. I was like, oh, okay, that's a wait.
Torgrim's gonna see a 90 and go, "Oi!" I'm acting as if that was character though.
Did I get locked out? They locked me out. What the hell?
Oof.
Ooh,
That is a solid wooden door.
That
It
is.
is. That is a
our
nice
lions
wooden
have
door.
mustaches.
I like that actually.
that is like a photo shoot level door. That is like, we need full Ananya cosplay now.
That's gonna open.
You okay?
Yeah, just hot.
You got that whole front room up there if you want.
All right. This is great. It's a travel montage.
Watching a vlog.
Hi guys, welcome to my crib.
MTV crib.
Yeah, it's
Um,
pretty chill if you ask me. There's a lot going on. But we're gonna go back to here. Oh my gosh. Flashbacks to when Elsie and I started creating an Anya in the first place. This was the exact location. This is where all my roles went to shit.
The complicated lore of the Pulp Fiction
two of them.
Connect universe.
Okay,
All right.
let's get back into it.
Okay, so you guys head inside. All right. Resting. Okay. So, everyone's starting a long rest?
See,
Sarah's?
Saracen wasn't hurt at all or anything, but you know, he can sleep.
Okay. So,
Wait, can Ananya make sure that if I'm taking a long rest that Stanley is going to keep watch for some portions of it, like even if he's nodding off and on?
he's tired, but if you tell him to, he'll do his best to stay up and watch over you. He'll do his best. He's trying. He'll push himself.
Can't Saracen as a half elf use a short rest as a long rest or something? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
No, it's 4 hours for a long rest if you choose to like meditate instead of like sleep.
I'm meditating.
No, probably just sleep.
I almost had a heart attack right there. That's weird.
Oof.
All right, nothing changes except he gets one ability back.
Totem gets everything back in the long rest.
I mean, I didn't use anything in the last fight. I used one ability.
Totem
Oh,
used
you get
everything in the
health,
last
you
fight.
get- yeah.
I didn't take any damage.
That's-
Whatever. It's character reasons.
No, just gonna
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
You wake up
So you
feeling
guys
sad.
get half of your hit dice back. Half of your total hit dice. You get that number back. In case you spend any hit dice on short rest or stuff like that. I don't think you did. Your health goes back up to full, and any spell slots you spent are regained.
I'll bet.
Long rest, yay! Long rests are great. We've just had very few of them in the campaign.
I mean, yeah, it hasn't
Because
been
pacing.
that long.
It's okay. I'm gonna try to fix that, but it's up to you guys, I guess.
Got
Whatever you want
it.
to do. Okay. So you get that stuff, and two of you wake up. Tordrum is fast asleep at this point. The two of you pop out of your meditation, and at this point, Stanley looks at you, and you can see his droopy eyes, and he's tired.
Oh, my bumpers!
But he's been
He's
watching.
Stanley. You're such a good boy. Can I pull something out of my rations to feed him?
Sure.
Bet. I'm gonna give him my rations. He can eat all of it. And then I'm going to tell Stanley to take a nice good pupper nap.
So one ration is about a day's worth of food, or a meal's worth. Sorry, one ration is a meal's worth of food. So
Rations. You know what? I did not apply. Oh,
you have 12 in the backpack.
I did not apply that yet. So let me plus 12 first, and then I'll take away the 1.
And give yourself a backpack and give yourself 4 maps: map of Scornabel, map with a pin by the Trollback Forest,
Let's do this later.
Trollback Trollbark, map of Scornabel,
I have everything written
Coast,
down in my
Short Coast
notes.
Defense. There you go.
So
Okay.
You got this. It
I'm just
weighs
gonna-
a little bit.
make a check mark for all the things when I put them in. But for now,
Okay. Well, there you go. All right. Well, you wake up in the two of you wake up after your brief meditation. Is there anything you want to do while Tordrum is passed out, getting a nice hearty dwarf sleep? He's snoring and
love that. We all
Yeah,
love
just-
that.
just being Tordrum.
Well,
Ananya doesn't have anything to do other than to talk to the guy that's already shared everything.
Just a reminder: this is considered downtime. You can spend this time to work on a proficiency, whether that be training with a new weapon, training with the. Well, actually, you have access to all weapons, so that's not going to be work on. Training, vehicles or kits or things of that nature.
I don't have any kids.
Maybe you could pick one up in the next town.
Well, then I guess Ananya could spend time with the captain again, and she can get a few more hours in of boating experience.
Yeah, you get 4 more hours of riverboat experience between the time that you start and whenever Tordrum wakes up. Sarah's
Oh, yeah, I'm looking for anything that's useful to learn. He's gonna look at the potion that he picked up.
What?
He's gonna look at the potion they picked up in the original battle.
Oh, the bottle that the goblin drank from is
Yes.
empty. It's just an empty potion bottle.
Never mind then.
It clattered to the floor. And just another thing too, the goblins had scimitars on them and short bows, but I didn't say that. So each of them had that if you wanted to grab that from them. But
I don't know what Cersei could really do in this time.
Sure.
have the bag of holding on you.
Yeah, he's gonna try to pull something out of the bag of holding if he can.
You have to visualize what's in the bag of holding.
Oh, well, he has no idea what's in the bag of
So
holding.
you have no idea what's in it right now.
Yeah, I don't really know what he could do.
I'm gonna say because you know about a bag of holding, if you didn't want to pull something out of it, you could invert the bag to dump everything out. So dump everything out, and you have no idea what's in there.
I think he's gonna wait till he's on land to do that, just in case there's a worst case scenario.
All right, that's what you know about the bag of
So
holding.
then he will, I guess. He's not proficient in the javelins he picked up. I don't know. He's gonna see if he can think about the dreams he's having, see if he can think of anything else about them.
Okay, so you spend some time
That's why
just
he meditated.
reminiscing on the memories you've had there. So you do get the dreams whenever you sleep, and the meditation is not exactly sleep.
Yeah, that's why he decided to meditate and not sleep.
Yeah, we're doing the same thing. All right. Well, if you're spending the next 4 hours doing that, then you guys, as you're moving along down the river, you end up the air around you. It's very interesting. As the morning sun begins to rise, well, actually, a little bit before that. Sorry, let me back that up. The air around you it starts getting a bit damper, and you begin to smell fish and salt water, just very faintly. As you push through the night, fog begins to form, and the sun begins to rise just a little bit, peeking over the horizon as morning light cascades down onto the land. The boat is lit up a little bit now with some light, and it is hard to see as you start pushing further and further into a sort of thick fog. And Anya, the captain at this point, kind of motions essentially, and I tries to take the wheel back. Takes it and maneuvers carefully with lit lanterns. There have been lanterns lit this whole time around the boat as she travels through the night. The first night you did actually stop and set anchor, but she has purposely stayed up through this night so that you can get there on time. And as you head on through, you notice as the fog gives it a bit of a part, you find that you have reached a port city. And there are many ships, and there is talking, and there's explanations, and there are birds that chirp in the distance. You pull into this dark wooden port of this gray city and notice the massive walls around and the massive ships here. Some of them are seafaring, very few are like smaller riverboats, and this pulls into a section for smaller riverboats. But as you do that, you recognize you've made it to Baldur's Gate. and we're gonna take a 5-minute break here.
Okay.
Welcome to Baldur's Gate, guys.
Where's
All right,
that?
stream avatars goes up now.
Thank you for your guys' patience.
Of course.
Yeah, it's not like Wednesday's a good time.
It's the recording was just kind of whatever. Everyone's cameras are off. That is ridiculous.
Click on focus
You
window
have to
again.
be in the tab. There's no way that you can get away with doing it without being in the tab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Well,
Unless you have like always focus on, which is a thing you can do.
not really.
So you have set like a property, so you can set like always focused.
In any case, welcome back. So, party, you have just arrived at Baldur's Gate. The smell of fish is in the air. I'm sorry, I still have river water running. Hell, what a fool I am.
Ah, good morning, lady.
Where are you? I had it before, and
Sarah's gonna be standing like, looks like home. I don't know. Sarah's been here plenty of times.
Where is it, man? I had the sounds. I really did.
Did you really?
I did.
I don't see. I haven't thought about this in character, but Sarah's I guess he lived. I guess that home that he was at, like maybe is like a country home, and maybe he lives here. I don't know.
I would have to say it's kind of confusing that he lives all by himself in the middle of nowhere. He gets things
doesn't-
personally delivered to his house.
He is fairly well. He's an adventuring knight.
Yeah, that's fair.
He
Has
saw
a ring of water
amount of-
walking.
he saw the amount of stuff he just had in his house.
Yeah, you guys only saw the front room.
That's
You
fair.
guys, you guys don't have like Amazon delivery packages to the river.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not as well off.
Kyanthar, excuse me. It is referred to as Kyanthar.
Kyanthar Express. You guys don't get your mail delivered that way?
Kyanthar Prime.
Yes. With same
I
week
can't
shipping
afford that
by
kind
ship.
of subscription.
Same week shipping by ship.
Yeah. It's great. Okay, let me
Ship.
what the hell?
Shipping.
That's why it's called shipping.
I like that actually.
Familiar though. Like think about it. If you had one
Um,
and they did all your shipping for you. Bet. Commodore, let's go.
Commodore
Yes.
is my delivery bird.
Yes.
found it. Just gonna take this. Just gonna steal it. Don't mind me.
My
Man.
what's
There
it?
we go,
My Hawk
ambiance.
Express.
There
Or
we go.
Hawk
All
Express.
right. So, you arrive at the port city of Baldur's Gate, pulling into the western portion of the large city. And this is a large city. It is about the size of El Terrell. There is a lot here. There's some very interesting things. You are pulling past a sort of stationary keep, which is ironic. Just for the group who's been to Greenest, for comparison, there is a keep in here. Do you remember the size of the keep in Greenest?
It's not super big.
More or
There's
less.
the keep here.
Oh.
So
The keep is like the
there's a lot
center
of
of town too. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here.
Wait, did I point to the right thing? I did, right? Yes, I
But
did.
only none of these
Yeah.
people have been to Greenest, so
Yeah, so it's just for your size comparison.
Yeah.
So you pull into the Sea Tower district, which is also known as the I'm ready Riverside Slums, or the Docks West specifically.
sounds
as you
lovely.
Pass around. Yep, just kind of pulling in that area between the Sea Tower and Bloomridge district, which is for reference on map. Like it's above the keep area, but it's like this is the more the slums, and then this is Bloomridge. So there is there's Essentially, you're pulling into a place where trade happens on the river mostly.
Hmm.
You do pull on up and go scrot and I hate everything. Okay, so
Finger guns in the slums.
mhm.
I'm writing that down as a quote.
Can't have shit in Baldur's Gate.
All right. Well, so that's what you got there. You pull on up, birds chirp in the distance, and you can see the halfling Captain Gertrude she's tired, but she's done this before, and you're just here. All right. Throw the rope over onto the dock, please, if you don't mind.
Saracen will do it. He'll throw the rope
That's
over
down.
the dock.
Thank you.
No problem, Cap.
And you see there are people there who, tie up the boat
Lock hands.
as she drops an anchor too, and just make sure the boat's locked in place.
Drop an anchor on active tradeway.
Yeah.
That's a crime.
Well, she's kind of, lock it down, make sure this is secure, and well, here you are.
Well, it's been riveting, Captain.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah, it's been a time.
I'll have to do it again sometime.
Maybe. Yeah. I imagine I'll see you around, considering where you've been, but well, boys, come on. What are you doing? Get the crates, please. Hello.
Oh, yes.
No, I think she was talking to the dog.
Not you. I was.
Oi.
You can get the crates too if you want. I don't mind. It's free manual labor. But
So he's gonna step off the boat and step onto the dock and be happy to be on dry land. Well, dry land again.
And Anya will follow suit, as well as Doggo.
And you step onto these docks, which are made of dark oak planks. There's a bit of seawater that is just kind of. They're stained from seawater, and they kind of smell of it. It smells like fish all over the place here. There's so many fish. And
Torjum at this point is going to take off the robes that the captain gave him and put on boots.
Strip.
No, he still has his singlet on. Leave it.
Stripping would be better. I don't want to see that.
and that you
Come get her.
no.
Torjum.
All right.
Please no.
Well, you've arrived on the docks. The city is yours to explore. What would you like to do?
Well, I think I know what Saracen would like to do, and that's to find the temple.
I'm not just curious. She wants to find the temple too. She'll go with him.
Looking for a temple. Okay.
No, not just. He's
yeah,
looking for.
I know.
Yeah.
So
He's looking for his wife, but he's guessed she's at the temple.
yes. Start heading down the dock. So Saracen takes off. Ananya, you want to go with him?
He's gonna look back and be like, "So, what is your plan now? Where you headed?"
I would actually care to follow you, since I've heard so much about this wife of yours. I might as well see
Oh,
what she is.
very well, if you insist. I'm heading towards the. I don't know the temple's name. Shoot.
It is called the Temple of Mask. But you mean the temple above?
I feel like you'd probably say the temple above.
Okay. It's it would be the Temple of Helm, but I don't know the proper.
Proper name. Okay. I'm looking
Yeah,
for
I'm
the
looking.
Temple of Helm. It's more into the inner city, but
I'll send Tordrum, if you don't mind, to see if the package has arrived.
Oi, I was going to do that anyway.
Thank you, I appreciate it greatly.
Of course.
I shall meet up with you once we're done here.
Alright.
all right.
So, Tordrum, you are going to check on the package?
Yeah.
Okay. Just make a perception check for me.
Perception, you said?
Yep.
Oh, perception. Yeah, +3 in that. That's a 7.
7. Okay, so you look around and you have no fucking clue where the where to start here. Like this is a large city. There are a lot of the docks are like there's a lot of dock space, and you have no idea where you would even begin. So you're gonna spend some time looking around for where to find that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just ask around, see if anyone knows where to go.
And the rolling fog does not help with your search at all.
I didn't assume it did, but
That was so weird.
Hmm?
My sound keeps cutting out, so everyone will freeze, and then it'll fast forward everything you say really quick.
I love and hate when that happens. Because
Like,
it's
it's cool.
funny but annoying.
Yeah. Oh, there
as
might be
you
more dog moans. I'm sorry.
Speaking of which, as you start walking in towards the city, there are guards who are standing on the end of the dock, and they do look to you and call to you.
Oi!
Oh, look.
5 silver pieces to enter.
For a local?
5 silver pieces to enter.
All right.
What if I'm just here to pick up a package?
5 silver pieces to enter the city.
Skippy bastards.
All right.
Agreed.
Sarah's gonna pull out his 5 silver.
Guess Ananya has to pull out 5 silver.
I'm
For
gonna
a local.
wait. How much is oh wait.
Guards here.
I'm gonna pull out a gold piece and hand it to them and go, here. Covers whoever it covers.
There's the 2 of
Here's
you.
my 5s.
That would be probably the 2 of you. Sarah's probably by himself.
Oh, gosh damn. Never mind.
So they're taking time to pull out the money. Tordrum just
Says he'll pay his 5 silver.
one of them steps aside. Welcome to Baldur's Gate. The other one still holds it. Ma'am, your canine here will not be permitted entry into the city. Standard policy.
I'm gonna hold on to
Policy is that?
Standard policy.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty regular here.
So I'm just gonna hold out another gold piece and go, what if I just pass this your way?
A dog in the city may not make it in the city. Understand. We do care. There's a shelter up the road. You may keep him there.
He's not to
But
be
he's not
sheltered.
allowed to walk the streets. I'm sorry, ma'am.
I failed my Arcana out of character. I failed my Arcana check, so I do not know that he has a bag of holding.
Nope.
You would not want to put Sterling in the bag of holding. I know you're thinking that's a bad
I mean, you
plan.
can. It's possible.
Well,
you
he can
just
put his little
can't say
snoot
that.
out the outside of it. You can walk around like.
Would that
It's
work?
the pocket dimension.
He would be able to breathe either way because his mouth would be in it.
Well, no, he could just have his mouth stick out of it, you know? And then you're literally holding a purse with a dog snout hanging out.
Jesus Christ. I love it, but I hate it.
I love it. But I don't know he has a bag of holding, so never mind.
Would that work?
He might be too big to fit in.
What about if I would...
If you could like reduce his size, you could put it in.
What?
Yeah.
Can't reduce the size. I don't have
Yeah, it's only-
maggots.
Well, I mean,
How big is Stanley?
he's considered.
Stanley's a big boy.
Stanley.
It's 2 by
we-
4
We
feet.
established this last session.
Yeah,
Right,
he's
Thor-
Me and
5.
Stanley are the same size.
It's 2 by 4, so I don't think he can actually fit in the bag.
Ugh. Fine.
Martin wouldn't be able to fit in the bag.
Martin
No,
can't
Martin might
fit
be able to-
anywhere.
Marvin might be able to because he's a snake, so you could just
Yeah,
keep
he could
going.
slither in and then
You
just
could
turn
might be able
around.
to slither in, but like
Doesn't
Oh
he
my-
take up a whole ass 5 feet?
Oh no, so here's the
Being
thing.
coiled?
He
No,
can
what's it? the bag
slither.
of holding can hold 64 cubic feet inside of it. It just the entrance isn't that big.
Yeah, so the entrance isn't as big as Martin coiled up. But if he's
It's a lot bigger on the inside.
you can just
Or
slither in
maybe
because
on
he's
the
a 1 by
outside, and
5.
potion to turn him into a temporary snake.
Or you could just throw the staff of him in there and then technically he'd fit.
Yeah.
He can't have a staff. I can't turn
No,
the
I'm
snake.
talking about Martin. If you just turned into a staff and then threw it and then set snakes again while throwing it, it'd probably work.
Okay.
Just think of how great that would be, just walking around back like this, and Martin says just like,
And then you just invert the bag and snake goes everywhere.
Snake attack.
Yes, the rogue famous snake attack.
Okay, Ananya's gonna look at the guard and she's gonna be like, I'm appalled by this completely and I cannot believe you.
Like, these
And
are
then she's gonna
dangerous
stomp
kids.
away. She's gonna whip her hair though, and hopefully it's long enough to hit him in the face. And she's gonna stomp away with Stanley behind her. Can Stanley do a little like growl,
Policy.
like a little?
You are on a dock. There is not any places to go.
Well, wherever the freaking ass shelter is, she has to go.
Oh, to
And-
the shelter. Okay.
Yeah.
So you start walking to the shelter, and one of the guards looks at the other, and just kind of nods, and goes with you.
Goes with me.
And
Ananya would like to pull her dagger and turn around to him. What do you think you're doing?
Is there like the ship between them?
the guard pulls out sword.
Everyone relax. The guards want you to shelter your dog because these streets are incredibly dangerous for everybody involved, not just Stanley.
Put that weapon away now.
You don't need to trail me. I'm
Yes,
fully
I do.
capable of doing this on my own.
I'm sure you are, but this is city policy.
For you to follow me around so I could put my dog in a shelter?
Yes.
No.
Would you like to learn the laws of the city, miss?
Uh,
He's holding his sword and he is staring at that dagger, just waiting for you to make a move. Put your weapon away.
She's pissed. She's pissed as hell. I'm not. She'll put it away.
The guard,
Is flipping
the
people off a thing?
tension license. Yeah.
Actually, yes, because
Yes, yes, it is.
what flipping people off came from was when you use a bow, you use that middle finger, and then what happened was people cut off your middle finger when they caught archers because then they couldn't use their bow. So archers would then flip people off to show that they in fact still did have the middle finger.
yeah. That's like I love how that's actually a thing.
She's flipping this guy. She flips this guy off and then turns around and keeps walking.
And Ananya as a ranger might know that.
That is fair.
The guard just looks at you, stares, and just stares for a moment. continues to follow.
All right, let's just put. You said you're talking to Stanley, right?
Yes.
Let's just put Stanley in the shelter to take good, decent care of him, and we can pick him up as soon as we, move along.
I'm going to make sure Stanley knows he can eat whoever he wants to while he's here if they treat him poorly.
Just the streets here are incredibly dangerous for anything with legs, including us. They don't even let wagons or carriages in here. They literally carry things through the streets because the streets are terrible. Like there's no
Well,
wagons.
then they need to
deliveries.
show people the law of the land.
They
They
have
must
that's why
really suck at their job if they can't seem to keep their streets clean.
it's not that the streets are clean. It's just that they're very narrow and people get trampled.
And as you're saying this, it is beginning to start to drizzle.
And it always rains. It always rains.
Hmm.
That's why I
And
have a
the rain
country
starts
home.
pouring.
That's why I have a country home where it does not rain.
And
'Cause
the
it-
guard flips up a
Anani is pissed. I don't like Baldur's Gate.
hood.
Screw this place, man. I ain't having it.
Okay, Alterella was a fucking beautiful time. You missed it.
That's really nice.
Alterella was good. It was
It's
a
a
place
city that
where
never
guards didn't
sleeps.
want to kill you.
Yeah, which is rare,
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially for Theo.
it's
no.
50-50.
You're salty as hell. What happened?
What?
RJ, you seem salty as hell about it. What happened?
Oh, because they don't allow snakes or magic.
Oh yeah.
Well,
They
they
don't
do
trust
allow.
magic.
Okay, Elturel allows some magic, just
Yeah.
minor stuff like nothing that is harmful to another person or anything like that.
He's on live stream.
Pose.
And there we go.
All
Yep,
good.
that's my hot spicy bean, everybody.
Immortalized forever.
On stream.
He's never
On
gonna
stream
know.
and on recording.
There you go.
He's never gonna know. Who cares? Who cares?
Forces him to watch playback.
He literally, right when I put the phone down, went. Opened his mouth back up. I really
Okay.
hope he wakes up with drool all over the place. I really do.
Tordrum.
Oi!
While Ananya and Sarzan seem to be going together to the, along with a guard, to the shelter. Sorry, words. Ugh. They are headed that way, and you do notice you're walking around and you're looking for this place where maybe you talk to someone and they might tell you whether a package has come in or not or something, or when, or estimated time and stuff like that. You got no real clue. But you do spend your time walking around the docks, and there is something interesting that you do come across. It is not a building. As you're walking through the surrounding area, you see washed up on the rocks, there is the body of a tiefling.
Oh no.
He does not appear to be alive.
I thought it was gonna be Ember for a second. I was like, oh no.
It is a tiefling man. He is black haired, and he has his horns kind of curl a little bit, like up and out.
I'm gonna go look at the body real quickly.
Okay. You move down to the body and kind of go down against the rocks. Your dwarvish figure kind of hopping down, and you kind of look over the body, and yes, you see he is dead. There is seaweed in his hair. There is his figure is he's face down against the rock, and you can only tell his horn structure because one horn was poking up and out. Make an investigation check for me.
Investigation, you said?
Yes.
Tharnak.
17.
17. Looking over the body, you're trying to see if there's anything identifying about this guy. There's nothing that extremely jumps out at you immediately, except for the fact that on a closer inspection, you realize his throat has been slit open, and there is a large opening there.
Ooh.
He is just limp on the rock. There are flies that are on his body that just and flitter around.
I'm gonna see if it has anything valuable on him.
Soaking wet. You pat him down, and he has nothing. There's nothing on him. He's wearing a sort of brown robe, and you poke in all the pockets, or a brown coat, I should sorry, brown coat, and feel in his pockets. Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, not even a friggin' silver piece. Not even a copper. He is.
I have to really pee.
Okay, so we're gonna jump back to Ananya.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's looking fine though. So not exactly a store. Meanwhile,
Not
Ananya
exactly the story.
and Ananya, Sarah Zen, and the guard. You eventually do come to a large building. It is constructed of dark oak wood, like most things that you see constructed of wood in the city is mostly darker, at least in this portion. And actually, with a bit of a closer look, it looks a bit more sprucey, to be honest, than like a darker oak. This does look more like a spruce wood. And you do come to this place, and it is a large open place. Large central building, and there is a large extension off the side, and there are sort of like windows, but they aren't. There's no like glass there. It is just like cut out sections of basically airflow space, and you can hear as you approach. There are various sounds. You hear horses and dogs and just all sorts of creatures as you approach this place. And the guard opens the door for you a bit reluctantly and gives you a little bit of a annoyed, almost spiteful look, but motions for you to walk inside.
Shares will enter, I guess.
As will Nanya, but she's pissed still.
The guard looks around for a moment and closes the door behind you. All right. You do enter, and you see there is a half-elf man at the counter. He has glasses that are kind of down on his nose, and they are rectangular and clear ends. It's just sort of very small. And he's currently thumbing through a book. He looks up at you. Hello. Welcome. Oh. That's an interesting one. I've seen a couple of those before. Welcome, by the way.
Welcome. Thank you.
You don't look fond of the city policy. I understand most people aren't. But trust me, it's policy for the animals' safety and for the safety of people. Well, right over there, and he points to a sort of, there is a door which leads into a long hall of, looks like the prison from Scornabel, to be honest with you, but it's like wooden, and it kind of looks like it's not meant to be super like oppressive, but it's also kind of oppressive. You know, it's like low-key oppressive. Like, you know, you're locking an animal up somewhere, so it's like, yeah. He does motion down the hall, and We have plenty of rooms, stables. We have cages, places to keep your animal stored for your time in the city. If you want, we can have a delivery service to take them to the. Is it a he or she?
He.
He. We have a delivery service where he can be escorted to the northern end of the city or the eastern portion and wherever necessary. We do have a guard that specializes in that. Who carries cage and let him out there. It's just city streets are slippery and it's dangerous to let animals loose, even horses.
I don't
Sure
want
you
him to
understand.
be in a cage. Can he just roam around in here?
Creature of that size?
Yes, a creature of that
Let's see.
size.
Stanley too at this point is pissed off. Like he can sense your like aggression and he's automatically like kicked into like whose ass do I need to kick mode. Like um he is visibly also like defensive of you at this point. And we do have some free range. We can let them out, of course, to walk around temporarily, as long as he's not unruly. I would imagine he would be difficult to handle, but well, we've had worse. Is he well behaved?
He can be, when instructed to be. Or he could
Okay.
take your head off.
That's not really instilling with confidence. I would like to. He's very loyal to the people that he cares about, which is really only her. I've gathered. Um, I think everyone's just a little tense from the encounter they had with the guards.
Hmm. And the guard is just kind of standing there inside the door behind you. He's
He
remained
points.
motionless and said nothing, but he's just there. He's just making
Points
sure
like,
this goes through.
I think they feel a little. How should I put this gently? They feel a little guarded.
Of course, understand these precautions are in place for the safety of the city and the people in it, and for the safety of your animal and
Have you ever
yourself.
put your child in a cage?
Oh, all the time.
Don't.
I don't want to talk about my child. Always.
Oh no.
Don't you?
You don't put your child in a cage?
Um. Uh.
You got him good.
I broke Elsie. I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah. So he just kind of. Please understand. I've done this so much. It's. Look. How many days does he need to stay here?
Debatable.
So
At
isn't
most
there-
a week.
Very well. I can book him for a week. If you want, you can come visit. There's no reason you can't. It's just he's not allowed within the inner portions of the city. We can take him to the northern portions. There's plenty of room outside the city if you want to take him for a run. I know some people like that.
This is the outer city, which is a bit more open.
It is.
Suppose that could do.
It's not like you can't see him. Just he must remain here. He cannot walk the streets.
Well, then he should walk the shelter.
We have a bit in the back, as I've said before, but does he play nicely with other creatures?
Of course.
She looks at Stanley and just
Depends.
How about this? Observe. She will turn to Stanley and be like, "Be sweet and play."
and he kind of looks at you for a second and just headbutts you just gently.
I mean, he listened.
So just kind of looks around and just starts kind of casually walking.
Well,
Um,
like I said, very loyal.
does he have a leash?
No. Would you
Okay.
leash a child?
Of course.
He's not a child.
You guys haven't seen those backpacks?
And in this
It's
city,
my baby.
At Blaze.
Stanley's big.
Out of character. Oh my gosh, what is Chiron gonna do about Blaze when he gets there?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be fun.
He's just gonna keep him in the backpack. You actually haven't seen the backpack.
Um,
This
Where
made
is
like
she?
Stanley can fit in a backpack.
he made an inside out fur backpack.
you made a big boy. Yeah, he all right. Well, going right on this. It's a medium-sized creature. He's going to take up a medium-sized stall. Unless you want to buy him extra space, which you can do, it's just going to take up more space for other creatures. So it's if you'd like to pay premium, you could buy a larger stall. But as of now, he will take up the space of a medium creature, which is rather small. He'll be able. He'll be allotted about 5 feet of movement. A larger stall would be 10 feet. But
Wait, but he's 5 foot something as is.
3 foot something.
he'll be allotted 5 feet. Of
I mean 4 foot something, right?
So he'll be like in
Before
like
you-
a five,
but like
he'll have
5
space
extra
walk
feet.
around.
Yeah, 5 feet to walk essentially.
It'd be like a 15-foot like cell, kind of.
So essentially.
Fine. You are to let him out to roam at least 3 times a day.
Straight
Well, that's
past
the standard, so fair enough.
We can do that for you. That's me at customer service. Yeah, we can do that for you. That is what we do.
That is kind of a point.
All right.
I just can you please put my food in bags. Of course, yeah, we can do that for you.
All
Can you
right.
go replace this for me? Of course. Oh, did you already make the shake? That sucks. I need you to change all the flavors on those and make them larges. Yeah,
That's
no, that's
okay.
good.
All
Have
right,
All
it.
right.
It's
So,
not
standard procedure, medium-sized creature. Fill up. Yeah. So that would be 5 silver pieces a day for basic care.
fine.
So if you're paying for the full week, I would request your full payment now, and you can be refunded if you do not have the full time.
Fine. Agreed upon. Then she'll give him quick maths 24.
5 times 7, 35.
5. Oh, I thought you said it was 4.
Did I? I thought it was 5. Did I say 4?
Don't you say?
I thought you said 5.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
She's gonna give him 35 silver.
Okay, 35 silver
You're
pieces.
going to treat him as your own,
Always.
or I will
do.
come back here, and I'll make sure you pay for it.
The guard tenses up behind you.
The guard at this point is just kind of permanently tense, just a little bit, but not like. He's kind of assumed this is going to talk. And so he just kind of stays
Oh, he
there.
assumes it's all talk, but just wait. There's
He
a
does
reason there's
assume.
chaotic here.
No, yeah. Yeah, so, well, kind of puts his hand out towards Stanley, very carefully, notably. It's been on this boat before. And Stanley kind of snarls a little bit and looks up to you as he's putting his hand out.
Be nice. I'll be back for you every day.
So they kind
If anything happens and you don't like it, fight them.
of, he could smile a lot. He would.
Stanley could smile. What do you mean? Big Popo smile.
I mean, if he could have a big smile, he would. But he has a bit of a smile.
She wants to give the big foofo a big hug. Like, I want him to tackle her to the ground, kind of like big hug.
Stanley's gonna feel like this is the most affection I've seen either one of them this whole time.
And yeah, and Stanley just kind of puts his massive head on you. Just so much warm, so
If
much
y'all
fur.
knew the actual backstory on why she even has Stanley, she's never parted a day without him. No.
Stanley looks back a bit mournfully at you as he starts to follow the man into the hallway.
All right, well,
Moves on.
looks over. I know it's sad, but it's probably for his safety. Because we're gonna have to try not to die on those streets in a minute.
My card's already up. Someone will die if they do anything.
Oh, I don't even mean if we get. I don't mean thieves or anything like that. I mean just bad city planning. Rush hour traffic
Sure.
and rain.
Yeah.
Tordrum,
Aye. Oi.
you buy a body.
Oi. I'm gonna
Oi.
see. Oi.
Mm.
Meat.
Oh Lord!
Totem's a cannibalist.
It's not cannibalism technically. It's a different race.
Fair. That's fair.
This is-
Meat. No, Torden is gonna look around for to out
Tordrum's looking around for what? Who?
a guard.
Guard. Okay. So you do find a guard. Yeah. And he bends down. Yes.
Oi. There's a guard. There's a dead body. Alright, there's a. Oi, there's a.
Oh, eat. Ooh.
He's freaking
Okay,
out
sir.
right now.
There's a. Oh, not another one. Where?
Tiefling. And I go point. And I go point at him and just start walking.
Talks to another guard, who then talks to another guard or another pair of guards, and the pair of guards split off, and the guard that he talked to goes to take his spot as he follows you. It's the whole ordeal. But yeah, he follows you to the body.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like. I'm just gonna look down and just point at it and be like, oi.
Right. Understood. Thank you. We will handle this.
Oi.
You didn't see anything happen, did you?
No, just came across it. My throat's getting raspy, so I'm gonna stop the voice now.
And everyone else. All right.
I mean, I don't really use weapons, so I could tell you it's not.
What was that? You cut out.
I don't
Not-
use like weapons, guard, so I know I could tell you it's not me. If you're trying to find somebody, I
Oh,
honestly
trust
actually.
me, I don't suspect it's you.
Oh, thank God. don't-
Because it was.
May I have your name and
Uh,
address?
Tordrum Rubii, Scornabel.
You're not from here?
No,
Do you have a place that you're going to be staying in the city, or are you on your way out?
I'm picking up a package and leaving.
Right. So, do you have an inn prepared? Do
No,
you have
it's
a room?
It's kind of just grab package, go. There's really no staying.
Understood. We do have a pair of detectives that may like to reach you, so if possible, is there anywhere as of now that you can be called upon, or could you
I mean-
stay here at the scene?
I how about this? I need to go grab a package. Do you mind if I go grab the package and then come back? I just need to know where packages would also come in. I don't know the city.
Yeah, no, there's packages are and there's things of that nature. There is a woman over there, and she runs that building. And he points ahead.
Okay.
She runs just runs all the numbers, finds out what comes into port and what leaves, manages transport through the city,
Yeah.
things of that nature. If you'd like to talk to her, she'd be the one to talk to.
Okay. I'll be there for a bit, and I will be back here.
Be back as soon as possible. Thank you.
Sure.
And he kind of looks down at the body. So, moving right along, back to Ananya and Sarah. What are you doing now? Stanley has been put back, and the guard at this point, seeing as you've gone through this, opens the door and walks out.
Good day, sir.
He doesn't say anything. He's gone.
All right. Well, looks at Nanya. I guess the temple. Unless you have anywhere else you would like to stop beforehand.
No, lead the way.
All right, and start heading towards. I guess he knows where the temple would be if he's like been here before.
Yep.
Quite a bit.
So you start walking the streets up up from Bloom Ridge, through one of the towards one of the inner gates. The dock area is kind of flat, but this city is very it's up on a hill, man. You gotta climb up. So
Like I said, poor city planning. And he's like stepping up this like incline.
and it is still raining. And by the way, Anon, you make a dexterity saving throw for me.
What the world?
So as in you're familiar enough with this, where it's not gonna be a problem.
I love to do this. It's like
Yeah.
walking in like a new city and like
Yeah, just make a dex saving throw.
12 plus 6. That's
Wow.
18.
Okay. For a second, you feel as you think you lose your footing on on some slippery rock before catching yourself and righting yourself. You can understand a little bit that maybe the city is actually a bit slippery. So you're not actually. I assume no, you haven't had to walk to the steeps yet, so it's not that bad. But you've gone to a gate, there is an inner wall and then so you're in the outer wall right now technically, but there's an inner wall where you go through that, and then you get to the upper city. So you are headed to the north of Bloomridge, through a gate to the Temple District.
I have no idea. I cannot confirm it in this. I do not know the layout of the city.
What layout of the city is this?
That's
is.
so helpful.
Sounds great to me.
It's great. I have to look at
Help,
it.
help, back grip. Oh.
All right, hold on. Here, I'm my two fingers. Here's where you
Okay.
are. Here's where you're going.
Okay.
Uh,
Well,
So-
I have no idea what the names of places are, so
yeah, well, freaking Baldur's Gate, man, it's a huge ass city and so much shit. All right, so you pass lots of like basic like commoner homes as you're walking up. There's people who are throwing out clothes to dry on their window and then realizing that it's actually raining and then taking the clothes back.
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah,
there's-
so they're
like
a
I
little
said,
tense.
always rains.
there's-
Like it
Uh,
never stops.
and as you say this, the rain stops.
Do the gods hate me or something? Like,
And then
is
5
this-
minutes later, it picks up again. Yeah, it's the weather in this city is interesting.
It sounds like
Ananya,
Florida.
you are actually strangely kind of at home here, despite the fact that you don't really like it. Being in the misty forest so long, having rain and having fog is
Normal.
it's something you haven't had in a while, and it's a little bit of a reminder of home. It's not great by any means, but it's a little bit of a reminder of home.
Cue Lord of the Rings, Arendelle music.
So you pass through the gate, and there are some guards who are standing there and just kind of, look at you. Can I help you?
Guys, it's 7-Eleven day! We messed up!
What?
There's still
It's
time.
7-Eleven day! It's free Slurpee day! This is a holiday!
I
This is
was
a
so
holiday!
confused.
There's still time. You're fine.
No, you don't understand. We have to hit up the same exact 6 7-Elevens. We get all of our friends in the car. We have 6 friends. We get to 6 7-Elevens. That's 36 Slurpees, okay? We get them all we pack our coolers and then we slip them on the freezer.
Oh, I
How
normally
did
just
we
get like
miss
one.
this? COVID has ruined my life if I couldn't remember it's 7-Eleven day.
I think I was 7-Eleven. I've been to 7-Eleven forever.
I've
Oh,
celebrated
God,
this.
now you remembered something crucial to the campaign. Oh, no.
Dude.
Stop! This is crucial.
I was like,
to my
I think you're gonna say
life.
some like this is like somehow ties into your backstory, mate. Like this guard on the left is your brother or something like that.
Oh, that would suck ass.
The
Rokan,
guard,
is
the
that
guard
you?
speaks.
What are
the,
you doing here?
The guard speaks and it's the voice in your head.
All right. So
Okay,
you,
we're making
you do-
7-Eleven plans. We're done at 12.
That's too early. I'm gonna tell him later.
Okay, so 12:30.
No.
1, 3.
that long. No. I can't
No.
wait, Bruce.
I'm sorry, guys. This is just vital. I've started this. I've done this since I was in 6th grade with my best friend, and we went every single year. And then she moved, and so I have pictures of us with our hair like Kool-Aid and Sharpie for the summertime, and like, yeah. Continue. Anyway, this has nothing to do with anything, and brain damage. Okay.
It's okay. It's fine. You do approach the gate, and do you have permission? And as this guard is starting to talk to you, Sarah Zen.
Seriously.
I'm fuck. Sarah Zen, you notice a familiar-looking woman on the other side of the gate. Who looks at you? I know that one. It's good. It's one of mine. And she is wearing a holy symbol to helm. And
He kind of smirks.
I know. roll. Roll something real quick for the persuasion. That you.
Persuasion.
Okay. Fuck yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah, he's like,
Not
oh
very
yes,
persuasive, but it worked. Now let's see. Understood.
and she's with me.
What? And do you want to describe your wife?
Sure, I have an image.
You have an image. What's her name, by the way? I don't know if you told me her name.
He hasn't said it yet. Maybe I should not use that image because that image looks a little.
Is it
hilarious.
possible to feel territorial of a man even though it's his wife?
He goes over and goes. He like goes over to her and there's the image, and you see the woman has dark black hair. She's a human. I guess this isn't the clothes that she'd be wearing because she's wearing like cleric outfit. She looks like your stereotypical like cleric priestess. Yeah. I don't know how to describe her.
She looks oddly close to how Ananya looks.
She does have some sort of strange resemblance to some of you, to one of you, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure she looks like Tordrum.
Oh, for sure.
What else can I describe about her? Yeah, she. I don't know how to describe her. Is that good?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you lead her and she's like.
She looks oddly familiar to one person.
Weird.
Looking in a mirror. What? So for obviously I'm the hotter version because I have a scar down my face.
Battle worn.
Which,
Yep.
by the way, something I don't think I've ever actually sat down and talked to you about. I may have, and I think I forgot about it. That is actually a feature to you as a person, or as a character, I should say. Technically speaking, you have disadvantage on all persuasion rolls, but you have advantage.
I've always had disadvantage. I roll nat ones on persuasion all the time.
Yes, but you have to roll 2 and take the lower. But on intimidation checks, you have advantage.
What?
So
why didn't I know that?
Yeah, that's what that scar does for you, actually. And I don't think we ever like sat down and fully talked about that. But that is like that's just something you have. And I don't think it's ever come up where you've tried to like fully like.
Oh, I've tried an intimidation. I did once. I think it was when we were in the I thought it was when we were with the order and we had just walked in and like there's that one girl that kind of looked like me and then there's
she also had a scar.
half dead thing and we're like half dead, half elf. You're like, what?
Not half dead. He just well, kind of. It was
flashy.
Weird. Yeah, no, his skin was like gross, like disgusting, like half gray, half tan, and it was like some sort of.
So like Inquisitor.
Yeah, we're talking about Inquisitor.
Okay, that makes sense. Sarah's gonna go over to his wife and be like, quietly, now isn't that break some sort of? Oh, he's looking at the holy symbol she's wearing.
No, Helm is the god of protection. I'm being protected.
Fair enough. Well.
Hello, I'm Ananya Ravikalan.
This is Ananya. She traveled here with me.
Can you come with me, if you don't mind?
I probably should speak more privately anyway. So yeah, follow.
I want to roll investigation on this little shit.
Insight?
Insight, whatever.
What are you trying to find out?
I mentioned my name on purpose.
You mentioned your name on purpose?
Yeah.
She didn't seem to recognize you.
She didn't?
Not that you
Can
know.
I roll to find out if she kind of had a hint of, that last name?
Yeah, I was doing passive insight.
I was gonna say technically she might. Because
she knows. I know she knows.
Roll insight.
She knows? I don't know if she knows.
I know that she knows.
I know if she knows or not.
Well, she's
Should-
suspicious of everything, so she's
should
gonna assume.
Sarazen roll inside, or should somebody else
Also,
roll inside?
we're gonna have another talk about over carrying capacity because I'm over carrying capacity again.
So here, okay,
And is
your
this insight?
speed drops by half or 5, I think, whenever you are double
Cumbered.
your
Dirty
double your. Okay, you read her. She is paying very little mind to you, especially right now. She doesn't really care. She wants to be. She clearly does not feel safe where she currently is, and she wants to get somewhere safe now. So she probably, you don't even know if she registered your name. She's just like, cool, let's go.
Yeah, we need to move now.
Question: I'm getting a call from LA. Do I answer this or do I not give a shit?
Here, give me the phone. I'll answer it. Hello?
Okay.
All right, whatever.
You're
There's
speaking
phone
to
in. What the hell?
It's an iPad.
Excuse me, sir, but that is extremely rude for the Queen of England. No, you go take it. You go take
No,
it.
I promise, I am an African prince.
No,
Did
Give
you
me-
just say?
I want to speak to your king.
I-
God, so rude sometimes.
God, I hate telemarketers. I hate collection. I hate charity collection agencies.
Oh god.
I hope you
Oh,
all like that.
goodness.
better.
We're all on crack. What's wrong with it?
I hope you like that.
Oh,
better.
he left a
was great,
voicemail
I love
though. We'll
Okay,
listen to the
so
voicemail after we stream.
all right, so you are you guys are brought to a small hold on, actually, where would she be staying?
Somewhere safe.
Tell me, what are her tastes? Does she
well,
prefer something high end, or would she rather just get low end and
probably middle, comfortable, but not flashy. She grew up poor, so having things is nice, but
okay. You are taken to okay. Interesting.
Oh no, I don't like that.
another Cloak and Stagger Mark II. Let's go.
Secretly,
It's
it's Theo's sister. What the hell?
What?
It's Theo's sister. It's that's it. They're part of the order. Oh no.
And now you're gonna die.
Yeah. Now
Well,
you know
I thought
too
you
much.
guys were gonna legit kill me off if I couldn't figure out a scheduling thing anyway. So
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Oh,
and Anya goes chaotic evil. The world ends. She kills the party.
We're gonna fix the schedule. We're gonna get back on track. It's gonna be great. Everything's gonna be wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, with what just happened yesterday, I don't think anyone.
What? Sorry?
I said, with what just happened yesterday, I don't think anyone party.
Would
Yeah.
something what?
With what just happened yesterday, I
Yes.
don't think anyone would want to try and kill the party.
Yeah.
Why am I looking in
Shoot.
Discord? I was looking for a thing. I was looking for notes. I was gonna find the thing and the stuff and the shit and
Where's she staying, right? She's
Yeah. Somewhere comfortable, but not super flashy.
Yes,
Just trying to
hold
stay
on.
out
yeah,
of.
you're interesting.
I do have
She
a
grew up
place. It's
poor,
just,
so happy things is nice.
there we go.
Brain function. Yes.
There we go. Found it. You walk, and she's leading you to an inn, and you come up to the inn,
Mhm.
and you see there is a sign that reads "The Rusted Shield." She quickly kind of is always scanning her environment before she opens the door to the inn and gets in as quickly as she possibly can without arousing suspicion.
Sketchy ass wife. Oh shoot, guys, that was my boss that I missed the phone call from. I have
Maybe-
work tonight.
That's fun. Maybe it's good that you
Dig
missed the phone
to
call.
no.
Wait, were you scheduled?
Nope. This is my day off.
You can say no.
It's a no. He said, "Can you work 5 to 10 tonight, please and thank you." As in, I do not get to say no.
No, but you can though. They can't make you work your day off.
Oh well, I said I'd be there, so I'll be there. I'm working tonight.
Okay.
I don't want to say no. I can't say no.
Aubrey. This is.
Sometimes you have to say no because then they'll think
Yeah.
Everyone's quitting. I can't. It's fine.
But
It's
then
more
there's
money.
probably
I
a
need more.
solid reason for that.
5 to 10's
No,
not too bad,
everyone's
though.
quitting because they can't work the job and do school at the same time. That's literally why everyone's starting college.
Solid reason.
Stop, Elsie. Stop. I need a job. I need to make money. And if I'm called in tonight, then damn it, I'm going in tonight. It's not going to affect the campaign because obviously, besides, that means he's there at work today, which means I can talk to him about making sure my Wednesdays are consistently off.
After agreeing to come in on a day that you have off.
Yeah, I'll come in on a Saturday if that means I consistently can have my Wednesdays.
Touche. All right, you walk into the Rusted Shield. This building in particular is a sort of lighter tone to the surrounding buildings. You are actually in the upper city at this point, and you notice that as you've gone through that wall, all the buildings you've been passing are of a higher quality. They have these buildings are more like 2-story. There's like apartments essentially, and just places that are able to be stayed at, and you've heard people kind of all over the place just trying to offer things, and it's people going about their lives basically. You did not exactly make it to the temple district because you took a detour, but you've kind of moved around a bit, and at this point, you walk into the Rusted Shield, and there is a tiefling at the bar. To this, or sorry, it's not a bar. Wait, is it a bar? Yes. Hold on, I gotta reread my notes. I made Baldur's Gate a long time ago. Okay. Yes, it's a bar. So it's a small, it's like a small tavern at the front of this, but there are rooms up top. And the tavern, I say small, but like compared to like a full-blown city tavern, it is just a bit smaller. It's quiet here. There aren't really any people in. He is polishing a glass and sets it up and grabs a new one and looks over you. Welcome. Welcome back. How you doing? Good day, Elizabeth. You see her way. Osmond. Do that have a brief conversation. Will your friends be getting rooms as well?
Suppose they might want.
Hang on, you make a perception check for me.
Me?
Yep. Just
Oh
you.
gosh dang. We
Just
all know what's gonna go. Oh, nat 20.
everything broke.
Totem accidentally knocks over.
Totem
the
stumbles
glass
into the
on table.
bar, already drunk
Very,
somehow.
very similar to Tharnak.
Yeah, you knocked over his entire monster mid-session.
It was beautiful too. I spent the whole first half of the session.
And then tried to remain in character the whole time, but it just wasn't working.
I think I pulled off at the very end very well.
Yeah. So, Nani, you look around. You taste this bar. You are certain there's no one hiding here. There's nothing too crazy. That you do hear little bits of creaking upstairs, through the floorboards, or the ceiling. Basically, you can tell there's maybe 1 or 2 people in rooms upstairs. And as you just kind of look around at the bar, you see there is a hung up greatsword on the wall, and above it is a shield, which has had the paint stripped from it, and it looks bare and metallic and slightly rusted, and all that is really left of the there are like maybe one or two paint scratches every so often that haven't been like fully put out, but you can see that there's been hammered in the actual symbol of this, and it looks very familiar because you're almost positive you've seen a shield just like this that belongs to Chiron. This symbol has two hands, flames on the fingers, and fire in the middle. And while it's not painted, you can tell based on its, hammered out nature.
Oh no, that tiefling from earlier is going to be important.
This is a plain guardian of Pyrrhus. He is old. He has gray hair. He's missing an eye. Has an eye patch on. At least he might not be missing an eye, but he has an eye patch on. And he has scars. It looks like he's seen some shit in his time. He used to be an adventurer or something of the nature.
Nat 20s!
And you have perception like crazy.
Yeah, that wasn't even plus any modifiers or anything. It was just my nat 20. I didn't
I
do
know.
that one. So.
Yeah, your modifier is a plus 4?
Yeah, I think it's a plus 4.
It
Okay.
is. Your wisdom is plus 2 and your proficiency is plus 2.
I'm just gonna write Fire Realm because you know what? That's what it is.
Pyros.
Fire Nation.
The god is Pyros. But okay. Ananya
I
doesn't,
don't
guess.
She
She
doesn't know
does
it'd be
not
Pyro.
understand what that entails.
She likes anime though.
Ananya is totally in love with anime.
Because
Um,
that
Ananya is a
exists
weed,
then.
confirmed.
So this has all been happening as you've walked in the room. Oh, Tordrum.
I
Did you ever go with them, or are you still at the docks?
I went to pick up the package, and then went back to the docks.
Okay, so we'll get to that in a second. So in the meantime, Osmond looks among you and says, "Can I get you rooms?"
Oh, well, I think Elizabeth already has a room, but I imagine.
Are you staying together?
I'd imagine so. Being married
And,
for 5 years.
Yeah, Elizabeth kind of understood. And you? Are all three of you splitting a room or something?
No, stop.
I do not know her that well.
Nasty.
We met like a couple of days ago.
Okay, then another
I'm not sure if
room.
I will be staying here, but I will definitely look into it later.
Very well. Well, your name, sir?
Saracen. Saracen Davenor.
Goes in and writes it down. That would make sense. Well, I'm sure you're gonna have plenty to do, but if you'd like a drink, I'm not doing anything really, so.
All right.
Okay. And he goes back and starts cleaning more glasses. Steps out of the way, and you can see the sword itself is a little more polished than the shield is, but yeah.
Well, guess we should get down to business.
Alright, well, come to the room then. I don't know if and she kind of whispers to you, Sarah. How well do you know this person?
Well, she herself is very inclusive, but it seems like she has been fighting the same fight that fighting this. I think she should be allowed to hear.
Kind of looks at you and squints a bit.
It might help her with her own quest.
She can come. All right, come on. And she starts walking up the stairs to the upper level.
Yes,
with
you
a-
told him you were fighting like a cult-related thing with your father, right?
Yeah. No, I disclosed I think
Yeah.
almost everything that everyone else would know too. So.
Yeah.
Tordrum,
Dragon cult. He's having visions of a dragon. Makes sense to him.
Yes.
Tordrum,
Oi.
you, good sir, you've talked to the lady. You cannot find. It appears the package is not in yet, and it's very likely that it will come in within the next few days. You have about a 5-day window, give or take, between now and then. She has offered that if there's a place you're staying, she will send word to you. That's what you got.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Where is the inn, by any chance?
Well, there are a lot of inns in the city. It depends on what your tastes are.
Looking for more of a. Trying to think, like, would Torgrim go over there?
Well, did Tordrum
What's-
know we were headed towards the temple?
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
mentioned
he
it.
did.
Because you could say if there's one by the temple.
That's fair.
and
Is there
who's gonna
one?
find us.
Is there one by the temple?
Well, there's a lot of temples and there are a lot of inns. I do know
Oof.
one that is nearby. The Rusted Shield is close to the temple district. There is also oh, is it? She kind of fumbles through some notes real quick.
I lost my D20, but we all know what happens when I lose dice over the couch, so I'm not gonna move.
You can always turn off your camera.
I heard that went
Sorry, I
so well last
flashed
time.
the world my ass the last time I dropped a dice on the side of the couch.
The Gleaming
Very fun.
Star is also near the temple district. You could stay there, but it is a fancier place. Very groovy.
Very
You could
groovy,
stay
in
by
fact.
the Gleaming. You could stay at the Gleaming Star Inn. It's in the higher end portion of town. There is also the Drunken Eagle. And those are the ones by the temples. Those three.
Okay. Could you point me to
The
the?
Drunken Eagle is a bit of a lower end establishment. The Gleaming Star Inn is a higher end establishment, and the Rusted Shield is in between.
Can you point me to the rusted? What was it again? The rusted what?
The Rusted Shield.
Can you point me to there, please?
Yes, it's how familiar are you with the gods and their temples?
I'm not a religious man myself, so not that well.
Well, you have 5 days to find it. At most.
Can you point me to it?
Well, it's north. It's through the city gates, the inner city gates. You would have to cross through the temple area. It is towards the eastern end. It's closer to the wide. the wide is the city's market if you're unfamiliar. Marketplace. Yeah. I can't give you I don't have a map readily available, but all I can say is just keep walking in the area around the temples, and you will find it sooner or later.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna start heading that way then.
Okay. And that you do. All right. That's what you do, and you spend some time heading that way, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so that's what you're doing. Meanwhile, in the room, Sarzin, your wife Elizabeth, as well as Ananya, are
Yeah.
together in the room.
Well, I think to truly understand what's going on here, first we should ask: Elizabeth, did you learn anything from the temple about said there's
I learned a bit. What I could have learned was interrupted. And I didn't really learn it from the temple. The temple is, there isn't a temple.
Oh,
I want to get out of the city as quick as possible because I am scared.
very well.
And she looks very honestly at you, Sarazin, and you are familiar with her expressions by this point, having been married for a while. She is scared. She is used to dodging and weaving around authority, but she just looks at you. I've seen what's left of the temple, and it is. I don't think we should be there.
Very well. Well,
I don't think they'll be able to help us in this situation.
is there somewhere particular you wish to go? I mean, we have the home on the water, but that's isolated.
We'll be fine doing that. Personally, I could use another adventure,
I
but yeah,
I
get some of the
agree.
nerves out.
Fighting my way here was an adventure in itself, so and you know me, I'm always good for some gallant quest somewhere.
Yes, I do. She smiles at you. I'm sorry, who are you? And she looks over at you and Anya. You're
Muted is what you are.
Muted.
Do,
Well.
do, do.
I guess I'll continue then.
Towards your saving throw.
Make a saving throw?
Yep, just make a dexterity saving throw.
Sorry, like as I was about to say, like, okay, I was sitting here and then I realized you're trying to say important stuff, and then they were just yelling really loud.
Dirty
and
20.
Tordrum,
Mm.
these streets,
What is going on?
These, wait. You mean,
mhm,
okay, gotcha.
these streets are your bitch.
He's beginning to understand.
you own these streets. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. You not only don't slip, you also find the rusted shield relatively quickly.
He
It
slides
takes a
down
bit
the
of
hill.
cash. It takes a bit of cash to get by the guards. It you give them like 5 gold, I'd say, and they would let you pass.
5 gold, you said?
Um,
I forgot to take out the single gold when we first got here, and I just did.
Yay, inventory.
Boop,
I
boop.
I thought I did, and I just completely didn't. I was like, oh shit.
It's okay. We got it now, so that's 6 gold total. You get your way in, and you find the rusted shield pretty quickly. Meanwhile, you guys are in a room. She asked, "Who are you exactly, Ananya?"
I'm Ananya, Private Kaylin.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a
You notice at this point there is just the slightest. You've heard that before, like just like kind of maybe, but you
Sounds
can
familiar.
tell it doesn't really seem to mean anything to her, but
Anyway, I came across your husband on a riverboat as I was headed towards this direction, so
And they seem to be fighting similar foes as us. Well, not as us, as they are fighting a cult that worships dragons, from what I've gathered. And my vision of dragons destroying the planet, it seems too similar to be just a coincidence to me. So I figure we might be able to help each other out.
yeah, it's kind of leans over to you. Do you know if she got that scar? I don't want to ask, but
No, I
you
am.
know?
I do not know.
And she kind of moves back. Well, I guess tell me a bit about what you're doing then,
I think that would be the best if you just start from the
Ms.
beginning.
Ananya.
I personally, in avenging my family, I was with
Get
a
that.
group of people, and they were the ones who told me about a cult that they've been tracking. I don't particularly know as much as I should have. I just joined in because I'm only really seeking revenge for my family. And information led me here. So I'm picking up a package from my supposedly dead father.
Isn't that joyous?
Love daddy issues.
Isn't it?
Tordrum, at this point, you step
Elizabeth
into
would
the
get that.
rusted shield and you see there is a.
No, I didn't step into the rusted
Oh.
shield. I slid into the.
Sliding down the mountainside.
As you dramatically enter, you see an old tiefling man at the bar, grayish white hair, cleaning a glass. Just stop and look at you for a moment. Keeps cleaning his glass. Welcome to the Rusted Shield.
Oi, are you a tiefling?
Yes.
I found a dead one earlier.
Okay.
Can I get you a drink?
Yeah.
You know, fair. You found a dead body.
Comics.
Comics.
Comics. No. He gets the drink ready for you. Meanwhile, Ananya, Stars, and Elizabeth are upstairs.
So
Who- I wish I had answers, Sarazen. I really do. I don't have much. I did see something curious though, and she looks over to Nanya.
Oh, was that the? That's a fancy bell.
Yes, I had a wizard set up an alarm spell. It's supposed to be quiet. I have to rehire her.
Is someone stealing?
No, it was just delayed.
adorable.
She's gonna have to recast
like
it.
a solid 3 minutes delayed. It shows you're good. Everyone enters the building, but it's like 2 minutes late. So like, you have an idea that someone entered the building and is now waiting for you.
In all fairness, she's not the actual wizard. She was the wizard's apprentice. It's so hard to things in this town.
So hard to get good hope these days.
Gonna have shit in Baldur's Gate.
Oh.
He drinks some of his own beer. uh, back upstairs. And Anya and Sarah. Elizabeth looks to you and looks to Anya and looks back to you. I saw a silhouetted figure with a scar. It's like yours. She had a bow and arrow. Shot an arrow through the darkness. Pierced the heart of a red dragon. I don't know if that's our answer. I don't even know who you are. But if
Was there anything else in this
anyways,
vision? Any other identifying marks, like say a large beast or?
no.
Hmm.
Just a silhouetted figure with that scar.
Well then, I'm not quite sure what the next step is.
Doing what?
Sorry?
I said where and doing what?
I couldn't see anything, just it was like looking at shadows. That was it.
Hmm.
Dark arrow through the heart of a red beast. That's what I saw. And she kind of glances at you, Sarahs, and just kind of looks. There's a look where, like, she is a very secretive person, but she does look to you. You can kind of tell. This is definitely. She's being truthful in this.
Yeah.
This is just Saracen can identify this. She's being truthful in this. There may be things she isn't saying, or there may be things she thinks isn't relevant right now, but she's looking at you, and she does seem to just be relaying what she saw.
I'm not quite sure what our next step is, but I think
But I know this inn is a safe place. Osmong is a friend. And as much as I don't want to be outside, don't want to be here, I don't know where I need to be. I don't know what happened to the people from the temple. I am unsure.
well, I think we need to reach out to allies. I mean, I could try to talk to the order the gauntlet, but I don't know what they know or where they are. But I don't really know the next step.
We could possibly
Hmm.
wait.
Wait for what?
I have to pick up that package. If my assumptions are correct, this could be a very interesting package.
Oi, the package ain't ready yet.
You see Tordrum poke his head through the door because apparently there's been some conversation between him and the tiefling, and
Ah, Tortram. This is
Oh,
another one. This is the other traveling companion I had.
Oh, you're not in. We're not all in the same room.
No, we were
Nope.
upstairs.
No, they went upstairs.
Never
But
mind.
it's
Never mind.
fine. You've had enough time where
You're
you
sure we're
talk
in
with the
that room.
tiefling, probably talk
And he
about
was
the
like-
people you're with and what you're doing, and he was like, "Oh, they're up there."
Ah, well,
Yeah.
this is Tortram.
So you
he's
are
my
in the
other
same
traveling
room now.
companion.
Okay. Sorry though. Still,
I was gonna have to introduce you one way or another, so it's perfect.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
I just did it for you.
Yes.
Yeah. With force and passion.
Tordrum.
I'm actually gonna walk in by slamming the door.
Oh my.
Like I'm just
What
gonna
an
walk in and
upshot.
go. Oi!
Elizabeth immediately throws a dagger right next to your head.
I would like to try and dodge.
Sure.
Ooh.
Roll for it. Or
Roll
actually dodge
initiative,
action.
everyone.
I mean, I can make a dexterity saving throw.
She wasn't really aiming at you, she was aiming right next to you, but sure.
Wait, can I? Wait, can I use a key to try and catch it?
Sure.
Because I know that's one
Close,
thing.
it's close enough, yeah. Go for it.
So I'm going to wait. Would that be a key? Oh, it'd just be a deflect
It'd be-
missile. It's a reaction. It's not even a key.
Oh, okay, so you just
It's a key if I want to throw it back. I'm just gonna use deflect missile. I'm just
Oh.
gonna slowly turn my head. Fair. And
Elizabeth looks at you and there's like a
I'm still in my 3-piece suit though too. All happened in a 3-piece suit. I'm just gonna catch it and flip it so the blade itself is like between my fingers and just.
This is
and the
Tordram.
black-haired human woman takes it from you and puts it back. Well, anyone else gonna bust down the door?
I mean, that's all the traveling companions I had, barring a giant dog. But don't think he'll be allowed up here.
I mean, I could do it again.
That won't be necessary, Tordrum. But thank you, I actually appreciated that entrance.
I have to be flashy sometimes.
Elizabeth, this is Tordrum. He was a house butler. Sorry, he was a
Oi.
butler for my father.
It's Tortram Ruby Eye, Butler of the Ravicalans.
And she gives a bit of a subtle nod to you and respectfully backs up a bit.
Aye, better.
Well,
Well, now what?
We drink.
I'm not sure.
We wait for the package, I would assume. If you'd like to wait with us, I would like to see through that I see the package, and then after that, wherever things take us.
The package is gonna come in a few days. So when the lady's gonna come and have someone come and tell me. Oh shit.
You never told her where you were staying, right?
No, she knows. She knows. I have to go back to a dead body.
Excuse me?
I'll explain when I get back. It's weird. Came across a dead.
Can you describe said dead body?
It was a tiefling, and horns went. Phew.
And how did it die? Where did you find it?
There was a
Oh,
neck slashed. Seaweed in
That
hair.
Elizabeth looks at you. Well, it's not new, but
Are tieflings?
sorry you had to run into it.
Are tieflings not liked here?
I'm not sure tieflings are liked anywhere, but
Fair.
they aren't actively disliked.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go take care of that.
Okay.
Do you two have rooms here? We staying here for a while. I'm gonna look at Ananya and
we can. I was gonna wait until I connected with you to see if you wanted to stay somewhere else or if this was fine.
I don't care. I just need somewhere. I feel like here would be the best because I need to tell guards that I'm gonna be staying somewhere.
Would you like it to share a room or would you like your own?
Whatever is good with you.
Perhaps we'll share a 2-bedroom then.
Understandable. I will pay half, and I'm gonna give her because I won't. I'm just gonna give her like 10 gold and go. This covers there, and I'll. If you have to pay any, I'll cover the difference when I get back.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Thank you.
go.
Damn, Torture.
Torjum's gonna sprint back like he's just going. I'll never see someone.
Torgrim's got speed on him, by the way. He is fast for a dwarf. Like, he is a Nanya level fast.
Oh!
I have a third. Yeah, my
But
one.
Nanya's slow now, so.
What?
Except the Nanya is slow now, so.
Torjum.
I'm just slow now.
Encumbered.
You're encumbered.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh my gosh, guys, you can't keep doing this to me. We gotta figure this out.
Gee, if
Well,
only somebody had a
it's
bag
a-
of holding.
I've always had a bag of holding.
Oh wow, only if he joins me in our quest to wait for the package.
Such a riveting quest.
Can Torjum get like an extra 5 feet? House just sliding down. He's just like Torjum's able to just ride this as if it's.
Yeah.
I'm imagining.
Torgrim's
He's like a kid.
goes down the hill like a water slide, just GG easy. Just
He's like a kid on Heelys
Oh,
down the hallway.
So I can't stay for much longer, but
right. So we could call it here.
I think that'd be perfect because now
But
I have to
what-
get ready for work.
I also have to start getting ready for work soon.
There is a voice that enters your head, Nanya. Good. Can we talk now? Please.
Excuse me a moment, I will go pay for the room. And she exits.
please hold.
Hold
All
as
right,
I
if you
can help you.
want to call it here, we can. If you don't want to, then
Yeah, I
that's
kind of
okay.
have to go.
Be a good
We'll
idea.
call it here and
This would just be Ananya and the voice in her head at the moment. So if you want to sit back and watch it or whatever, it's up to you. It's
Yeah, I kind of have to go.
should
So
probably go.
we can pick this up in the next session.
let's pick
I
it
assume
up.
you're
Let's pick it
You're
up.
Yeah,
still
we
having
do
a
that.
session tomorrow. Okay.
I mean, with the way this is going, I would.
What? Sorry.
With the way this is going, I would assume so.
Yeah, I
In that
think
case,
see you tomorrow.
see you.
yeah.
tomorrow.
Thanks for coming on by. Stream is
Lot of
having connection issues.
Fun.
All right.
I gotta go.
I
Bye.
bought